Alrighty, so why do I see our thumbnail? Yo, okay, so I see us. Alright, sorry chat, give us a sec. One sec, uno momento. Alright, we're good to go. Alright. Yo, what is up? What is up? What is up? Appreciate y'all tuning in. Yes, we changed locations. Our special guest is will be fashionably late, but it's all good because I can actually say that because I know him or we know him. So we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in to another episode. Welcome in. To those who are new, please go ahead and hit the like button and the subscribe button. We are here every Wednesday, 7 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Some days we were a little late, all good, but hey, we was actually on time today, and that's why it was tripping me out because the system was trying to get up and running. I was ready before it was. So definitely place y'all votes because we were actually going to start with the question of the day. So fellas, I was making this list, and again, I could only narrow it down to 4, but there were more than 4. Is this man here? Bodie, you here? Oh shoot! Nice. Damn, I was just cooking you. I said you was on some. Yeah, because I thought you was on some CPT time. Yeah, that boy was on time today. Yo, what's good, buddy? Yeah, that boy is on time today.
What's up, bro? Doing all right. Oh yeah, good.
Yeah, that man.
Nah, bro, I'm off this week. But I was taking my little one to swim class.
Oh, okay. So, gotcha. All right. So you actually just in time. So we was actually about to kick off the question of the day. Oh, get some pizza. So if you want, we got like 4 boxes of pizza in the kitchen. So help yourself. Yeah. Oh yeah, 4. We got 4 boxes.
I opened the pepperoni all intact. I got one. So.
Yeah. So so y'all definitely have some after the pod, during the pod, whenever. So, question of the day, fellas, out of just this list, who is the worst coach on this list? We got Frank Reich. He was the Panthers who set Bryce Young back about 5 seasons in his NFL career. We have Josh McDaniels. It gets front runner. It gets better. It gets better. Hugh Jackson.
Oh,
and the cherry on top, Marvin Lewis.
Speaking of Marvin Lewis,
it's tough.
So all of them are
garbage.
Good coaches at something. They all have strong suits. Like Josh McDaniels is a good OC,
right?
Frank Wright's a good OC, to my knowledge.
As a head coach,
is the issue. Overall body of work.
Yeah.
I mean, wouldn't you say Hugh Jackson just by default? You went 0-16.
I really want to say Marvin Lewis because he kept getting a job, and then at one point they were like, "Yo, why won't Marvin get hired?" And I'm like, "Did y'all not see the nut jobs that I mean, I get it. The teams weren't that good, but you can't even get over 500 or at 500.
It really comes to his body of work was longer too. So there was more Marvin Lewis.
He kept getting a job.
Yeah, there was more failure from Marvin Lewis than there was from Hugh Jackson. Hugh Jackson went 0-16, and they were like, "Bro, you just suck."
And then they were like, "Why won't Hugh get a job?" I'm like, "Did y'all not see him just go 0-16?
I would not hire him to be a head coach.
I had said Josh McDaniels, but again, I think that he's a good coordinator, but as far as head coach, and the only reason why I said it, I think, was because it was during those Belichick and Brady years, it was the dude was phenomenal, and then it's when you got to the head coaching gig. But I mean, you see it, I think, in college, and in pros, man. You know, some of them are just good head coaches. I mean, some of them are just good coordinators.
Yeah.
And others, they just
just
can't fit as a head coach. But I mean, Hugh Jackman, that's just that's bad.
It's gotta be you, man. You never made it work anywhere. They gave him some chances.
Right.
But not they did Marvin.
But see, to his credit, he's right on the Josh McDaniels because I feel like he goes places and the players don't like him.
Oh, 100%.
I think they liked Hugh. I think they tried for Hugh.
100%.
They just suck. But
Yeah.
I think even like all the tension between like Darren Waller and Josh McDaniels, and then like when Antonio Pierce came in, that locker room was crazy.
Definitely.
They were like, we can smoke cigars in here now. We're having fun.
Right.
So I think maybe from a player relations standpoint, I picked Josh. But I don't know. I feel like Hugh just got that negative aura about him.
Yo, what's good, DE? Yeah, the couch is back. Yeah, we got our special guest live in color right now. Oh, color. Yeah, I can say that. I can say that. Yeah, we got our special guest here today, so we back out here on the couch. But yeah, DE, go ahead. Who you think is the worst I should have said head coach. I put coach. My fault. But I meant head coach. Who's the worst head coach on this list? So you guys said Hugh?
I'm going to go with Hugh. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's really tough.
Just from a statistical standpoint.
I mean you can't I mean, I low-key want to say Frank, but I mean, he won some games. Actually, Andy Dalton won those games. Bro just happened to be a coach. But I'll go with Hugh Jackson.
Yeah, if you're toxic, and that's the other thing too. If you're like toxic in the locker room, like, you know, and if the players ain't gonna play, like if you lose a locker room, like that's it.
It's over. Yeah,
you know, it's over and done. And you know, I think just like Ronnie was saying, I think that with Josh McDaniels, like I think you lost that with a lot of the players. Like they were just like, whatever, dude. Like I'm just gonna. I just don't care. Like we want you gone.
He's looked at as Belichick's bitch. Like honestly,
100%.
he always has been. They just,
100%.
yeah. So to give Hugh Jackson the final ultimate L, his coaching record in Cleveland was 3-36. He then went to coach Grambling State, Division II. It might be. 2 years there. Total record 8-14. He got fired. I mean, we're coaching college. We can't do it. We're coaching the NFL. We can't do it.
3-36.
3-36.
Bro, what's that? Like 2 seasons and a half?
That was two because he went 1-15, 0-16, and then he started 2-5, and they fired him. He went 8-8 with Oakland in 2011, which was not bad because I think he had Jamarcus Russell and Bruce Gronkowski.
So, rewind.
Yeah,
bro went 1-15. They gave him another chance. Bombed that season.
Again.
They let him stay until the season started and said, "You know what?"
No, bro. What was disrespectful is the man doubled the win.
I'm saying.
He said, "You know what, bro? You have."
They started 2-5, and they were just out enough.
My man doubled the win.
Like, no, yeah, right.
Please, I'm on the right path. I figured it
on
out.
the right path right now. Like, God, that's horrible.
You know what? We're good. We're not gonna take a chance after all. After 7 games.
Oh.
Like at that point, you like halfway through the season,
right?
Just let him go.
Right.
Yeah. I will just let him finish it off at that point. But like, you know what, dog? You ain't coming back.
It would have been not after the 3rd game that they lost. They let them get to 2-5 and said, "Oh, I'm gonna put my foot down." But we're just gonna ignore.
I've had enough of this. Yeah,
we're gonna ignore the 1-15.
He went
season.
2-29.
Come
and then
on,
he
bro.
just came back and they were like, "Oh, you won 2 games, but now you gotta go."
Oh yeah, it can't be that bad. 0-16.
If you got fired during what if you got fired during the bye week? Like, if you're like, bro, how you get fired on your day off?
Game planning, we're home with the family.
I don't want to one up you, but we sort of did that with Jonathan Gannon. Oh yeah, we're in Arizona. Oh hey, don't get on that plane.
I have a money saving opportunity for you.
Hey, yeah, you're not coming back to Philly.
Don't get on that plane.
Yeah, so yeah, we know a little bit about that. Yeah. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Oh, I forgot to. Did I get NHL? Oh no, I didn't bring that up. Let me get that going. But
Yeah, we're at 2-2 in the Eastern Conference Finals, and then I haven't kept track of
word, I accidentally put NFL.
Trying to tell us something. What's this
Yeah,
football?
and I already had NFL pulled up. That's the crazy part. All right, so we're gonna do some. We're just gonna run around a few sports real quick, just do some updates, and then we're gonna get into some topics. We're definitely gonna get into some. Going to get into some condolences from us here at the podcast, because unfortunately a couple people left this past week. Yeah, that was really out of the blue, and definitely condolences here at the podcast. I pulled up schedule instead of playoffs. Y'all might have to be a host, because I'm ass. Okay, so Dallas is up 2-1 right now in the Western Conference Finals, and it is a tie ball game at 2 games apiece at the Eastern Conference Finals between the Florida Panthers and the New York Rangers. Is the Panthers gonna make a run back? And
I think so. I think they come back. I think they're gonna go to the Cup, and then I'm gonna take Dallas out of the West.
I might have to. This will probably be the only time I choose a Dallas team on this pod.
Edmonton.
Edmonton. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's what's gonna go.
Playoffs.
The Panthers got some like juju down in South Florida, because this is the second year in a row they come back, because they were down 2-1.
Bath salts.
They might know what's down there.
Sorry.
No, there's a lot of something.
100% bath salts.
You don't hear about that in Idaho.
I mean,
you hear about it in South Florida all the time, though.
Listen, we in Florida. You go anywhere further south, bath salts go crazy. Yeah. Go crazy, go stupid. Go stupid.
If you want to avoid them, go down there. If you want to try them, go down there. But we don't condone it.
Right.
No. Yeah, let's just not. Don't look them up. Don't. Yeah. And usually it ends not in the best way.
Yeah, you end up turning into a zombie and want to eat somebody's face off.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, I guess
Yeah.
But I think honestly, Florida goes back and runs it back at the Stanley Cup Finals, Stanley Cup Final.
Were they there last year?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, they lost to them Vegas Knights.
Yeah.
I think it was like what, 4-1.
Yeah, they got stomped.
Yeah, they got.
It was pretty bad.
They got fucking toe up. Ugh, it was bad, and I was like,
go Panthers.
Yeah. Oh no, they got what?
Yeah, they look like trash.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. And then funny how, the Knights, they got bounced in the first round.
Yeah.
It was a fluke. I'm playing. Fluke team. All right, so. Oh, what happened? Man, come on, man.
It sounded too realistic, too. I thought it was your phone.
No, because he normally do that when there's an update, so that's why all right, so we'll talk about some golf. We'll talk about the positive first. That boy Scotty. When charges are dropped, Devin let us know earlier that it was it wasn't a setup, but it was it was it was sketch. Mm-hmm. It was mad sketch. They the video released that, as you said, the police pulled up to his window.
If he ran, though, like, he didn't get dragged.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Pants were intact.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there was a lot of tomfoolery. I'm pretty sure people still kept their jobs, all that suspicious activity. But the important thing is charges are dropped. Hopefully he did not lose any sponsors. And okay, so good. So everything is as it was prior to this incident. So that's good. That's good. Oh, how about them Bruins?
Don't care. The least of my worries right now.
Brody always managed to get a shot in.
I watched like 3 games that series,
bro.
Yeah. I will start the show. Bro will already start.
It's got it typed out.
Bro will already start with the strays. I'm like, bro, I barely got into the intro. DE, are you a Penguins fan by chance? Devin would like to know. Who? Oh, Pens. I'm sorry, Pens. Sorry. Oh, Pen. Okay. Basically,
I thought you said the pen. I'm like, wait, who's the pen?
The ballpoint pen.
Oh, he said maybe.
What does that mean?
Man of mystery.
Devin would like to know what.
Who wins the Florida matchup?
Oh, I think he checking you right now. Yeah, he hip checked you right now.
He's throwing straight. Oh. Welcome to 4th and 0 hockey hour.
I think bro hip checked you right now.
Research.
Hey, my fault. All right. Oh well. That's interesting. I didn't realize that. I knew that women golfed. Interesting. I was trying to find an article. Golfer Lexi Thompson announces retirement at age 29. What's the typical?
Not 29.
Well,
30, 40?
Maybe
35, 40?
I want to say, well, she's, I don't know if it's same for women that it is for men.
Well, yeah, I mean, some of their bodies do break down because it's repetitive,
And I'm pretty sure she still wants to be somewhat decent long term. So,
like Tiger's back started going, knees started going. Yeah, he's in his 40s now. But
so he said our future is doomed, and he is a fan. So, yes.
Okay, there you go.
Right. I feel. Where is the report? The golfer who passed. Or is it? Am I tripping? Unless I can't find it. Look, I'm just gonna go as far as the golf page. If I can't find it, oh well. I really don't want to have to dig for someone who unfortunately passed. I can't, but I know.
Oh yeah, I don't know his name.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll be honest. I feel bad. I might just skip over it because I saw it, but I don't know.
I didn't write it down. Yeah, I saw it.
Because I saw it and I wanted to, give our condolences, but I want to say this was over. I think. I'm gonna be honest with you, Brody. I think I might just drop it because I genuinely feel bad. Yes, that's who it was. So our condolences to his family. That was a tragic passing. That was literally just out of the blue that happened, and I'm like, wow, because we just talked about him at the Masters opening, so that's why I wanted to give our condolences to him and acknowledge, he and his family are doing well. Oh, okay. So interesting. Lexi is considered the GOAT in women's golf, at least from your perspective. Oh. Okay.
I'm out.
I mean, true. You know more than we do. So I mean, that's definitely a interesting take right there.
30.
And how long? I want to see how long ago was this, because do I need to put Bleacher? Oh, this was 4 hours ago. Okay, so this happened. Oh, yesterday. Okay. Interesting. Either I did not get the notification, or it just was lost in my million ESPN notifications, because I do get too many of them for Caitlin Clark. She will drop 30 in a game, but can't get a dub. But that's not her; it's her team. So, oh well. Fellas, did y'all have anything y'all wanted to? Any topics or anything? I know, like, this week was besides that.
Wait, what do you think? What I'm thinking?
I mean, you're wearing it.
Oh no, we're gonna talk about that later. No, I had something else we can talk about. Actually, I got two. One of them is like a discussion topic, and one of them is just.
Yeah, let's get into it.
Anyone see Sexy Red on NXT last night?
Unfortunately. Well, first off, I saw the highlight.
Yeah, I didn't watch it.
I couldn't watch.
Brother,
me and Sean were actually texting about it, and I was just like, well, I guess I'm watching.
She was like twerking on Shawn Michaels. It was, it was nuts.
I'm like, what's going on right now? Like,
and then Triple H tweeted and said, "Be lucky he didn't twerk on you." And I was like, "Bro, I'm about to delete Twitter." I was like, "What on?"
I wanted to pull up to a show. No, I don't think I want to anymore.
Are you gonna come back?
She's hosting NXT Battleground.
Oh, is she?
Yes.
Oh no, she'll be coming back. Then.
So she's coming back.
You got another chance to turn on NXT.
Why?
We can't have nice things anymore.
I mean, that shit was going crazy on Twitter. So I mean, for them, it's a good look.
For all of the,
I don't care.
For all of the ratchet Enas who like Sexy Red and her whatever you want to call it. Are those diamonds painted on her? I mean, glued on her face?
I think she got the ice cream tattoo now too. Like a direct copy of Gucci. Like
it was disgusting.
It was great.
I'm sorry. I don't. How do I keep this sports? Because I don't want to go into a misogynistic rant that might sound misogynistic, but it really isn't. But it's me giving my opinion. But how do I appeal to the masses and say how I feel? I can't do it. I can't
Sexy Red is on NXT.
So I can't do it. All I can really say is about her. She's always looked like Young Thug to me. I cannot unsee Young Thug when I see her. That's all.
Not too far off.
That's all I can really say. I want to keep it
like Barter 6 Young Thug. He's kind of transitioned a little bit. He looks a little different now, but yeah, I can see that. Ooh.
I know why she's popular.
I think we know why she's popular. We know why she's popular. 2 words: industry plant.
2 words: industry plant.
That we
actually do have a.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
We do have
go ahead.
Topic if you were going to bring it up. So
I messed up the mic. Yapping. Okay, there you go.
So I don't know if you guys talked about it last week, and you might have. Did you guys mention the whole Harrison Buckner?
Oh yeah,
go ahead.
Go ahead.
You guys did? Okay. My bad. I'm sorry. No, like I because like I said, I jumped in like kind of late. I was on SCP time last week, so I apologize. So no, like I guess like it's so I guess this past week, he kind of like stood firm and like like what he said and everything like that, and I was just like like I don't really think what he said was wrong. Number one, he was speaking at a Catholic school, on Catholic values. He didn't say like need to stay in the kitchen and like all that other stuff and everything like that. I just think that he's getting a lot of flack on number one, just saying what he believes on his faith, and number two, and I think that if the conversation was about, and because I think that didn't the NFL come out and say like they don't agree with like what, so on the flip side, I was like, if he had came out and if he had a speech and it said something about a particular other type of group of people, like would he have gotten praise for it?
Hell no.
So I don't know. Like I just think that like he's getting flack for not really saying anything necessarily wrong, and everybody's getting on him. But
because I alluded to like the struggle that's going on currently between like certain parties. Again, gonna keep it keep it surface level. So I think that's why a lot of people felt so strongly about it, but that's also why he has the number one highest jersey sales after that
like
comment.
One of them were, like they're women.
Yeah,
like, one of them was like a group of women. So
yeah,
like clearly not everybody thinks that.
Right. We also said last week it was probably like just wrong place, wrong time. Like look at your audience. So of course they're gonna have that type of opinion because a lot of times they're going to take it as like they're not gonna digest the message. They're just gonna hear it at face value, and then they're gonna get upset. So then I was just like, well, probably shouldn't have said it there, but I get it. He stood on his values, his religion.
Yeah.
We coined it as wrong place, wrong time.
That's my opinion because it's like I think saying it too, like the message. I get what he was trying to say, but the message when you got girls there that went to school for like 6 years, I think on the surface it comes off as like you just got a degree, but like F that degree kind of thing.
Right.
That's how the public took it. So I think like we said, wrong place, wrong time, but
right.
it's a toss up. I don't think he doesn't need to be out of the league. It's not like it's,
exactly.
People wanted him to get kicked out of the league.
That's crazy. That's crazy. Wait.
No,
Hold up.
See, it's very fitting that the NFL wants to actually stand on something, but let's look at the NFL's record of like holding people accountable.
Right.
So we let someone who just got off scot-free off of a multi-car pileup, and he still had a job, but yet people were beating up women years prior. Right. One got ostracized out of the league. The other one got a 5-6 game suspension. And
Kareem Hunt didn't came back. I mean, there's like
exactly.
Yeah, there's levels to it.
Suspended a guy for a full season over gambling.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
And let's talk about Josh Gordon.
Weed. Come on, man. He lost so much of his career. And, like, I don't know if he's a what if because I just don't think he ever put it together. But you suspended him so many times that he never got a flow.
Right.
Never had a full training camp.
Right.
He had that 1,000-yard season, and then he'd come back. He always had the flashes of it. But, yeah, you took away a lot of his career. And I mean,
Justin Blackman.
Oh, man.
Like,
still got the jersey in the closet.
Yeah.
Like, and it's just, I mean, with Justin Blackman, that was kind of like, all right, buddy, like, because his was
alcohol.
Yeah,
right? It was just alcohol.
Yeah, like, so it's just like
Randy, who was it? Greg Hardy, Cowboys.
Yeah.
Greg Hardy.
It goes with the topic, dog. Come on, man.
The one that keeps getting knocked out in every fight.
Yeah. Bro, every time he fought somebody.
He got knocked out in boxing.
I know.
He kept getting knocked out in the UFC, and Dana White was like, no, you got to go.
Man, you stink.
Oh, brother.
My low tier god. This motherfucker is garbage. Nah, man, like... But still, like, stuff like that. So it's just very fitting how the NFL wants to pick and choose. Like, you tell Ray Rice to leave, but you let Kareem Hunt, Ezekiel Elliott, Tyreek Hill, you let guys like that come back.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Over the same thing.
Yeah.
So that's why I'm like, it's like...
None of it makes, complete sense.
So for the NFL to be all on its moral high horse and say that we don't stand for that, well, you just let the ninja on the same team almost get away with murder. But then, who was it? I'm drawing a crazy ass blank right now.
Abuse? What was it?
It'll come back to me. Anyways, we're gonna move on because we're gonna be here all day. Because I'm drawing a stupid blank right now, and I heard myself on the mic, so I'm gonna turn the volume down. That's honestly why I stopped talking. But yeah, it's just very hypocritical. So, but
I do have a topic if you guys want to get into it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna pivot to basketball for a second.
Oh my god! Oh my!
No, wait, hold on.
Wait.
This one, I mean, it's not like to me. It's I don't know if I'd say it's clear cut, but
Miles is sleeping over.
So which era?
To that, I'm probably just gonna leave.
Oh my!
We're not naming teams in this one thing, guy. We're just naming eras. So which era is the worst out of these four?
The worst?
90s, 2000s, 2010s, or 2020s?
Now.
I thought it was pretty simple. Someone said 2010s, but I think the level of play right now is probably the worst.
Oh, 100%.
Because, I mean, I saw arguments for both 2000s and 1990s. No one said anything.
Right.
I saw some arguments for the 2010s. It's pretty, I would think.
What are we basing it off of?
Take Mike. I'm Meat Mill and Texas.
Okay. What are we basing it off of?
It was a tweet, so it's I would say overall excitement, level of play, stardom, or all that kind of jazz. Not like anything too in depth.
Now is the worst. I'm sorry.
I mean, I don't know. Like, and this graphic doesn't help because you're showing like LeBron, Steph, KD in the 2010s, Kobe, KG, and then you have this one's like not throwing him under the bus, but like Luka.
I want to also say like the guys from the 2010s that are still playing now, they're all banged up.
Yeah, so there's
we're missing.
We're at the end of KD. We're at the end of LeBron.
Right. Like honestly, I give Kawhi like 2 more seasons before he says, I'm done, because his knees can just not. He can't. His knees just don't.
And Harden's not really moving the needle anymore. AD's in this too.
I'll give PG. I'll give PG, Butler, Westbrook, DeRozan, and there's like one more other person that I'm trying to. Help me out. Who else?
DeRozan.
Like,
who else did you say?
Russ, PG, Butler, DeRozan. One more. I already said PG.
Nowitzki? Well, he was at the tail.
No. I'm talking about like who, like from like 2010, who's still playing now.
Oh, from 2010.
Besides Harden, he just said Harden.
Did you say Westbrook?
Yeah, I already said that.
Clay. Clay.
Probably him too.
Blake Griffin, he just retired.
Yeah.
So
Drew. I mean, I think Drew is timeless right now. I do not know when the hell he's going to retire because he is this timeless basketball right now. Which is crazy.
I didn't know it was going to happen. But
Melo, he's retired.
Yeah, Melo retired.
He's retired.
LeBron probably got like 3 more seasons.
Oh, yeah.
AD's on that list.
He on that list.
Dame? No.
Crap, bro.
Dame's 2010.
Yeah, Dame. He was 2010.
2010.
Yeah.
So Dame.
I'll probably say Dame then. So I would say just the star power now is just injuries. Like we're like a lot of like the star people, especially around playoff time.
We really only got Steph for probably 3 or 4 more years when you think about it, or at least high level Steph. I don't know,
right?
Without a supporting cast around him, he's going to break down. Clay's done.
Right.
Draymond's going to be done soon.
Right.
So I don't think there's much left, but I think the 2010s had some soft moments. I think it was kind of like the transitional period in basketball to me. Coming off the 2000s was just like, Duncan, Kobe, Nash, Stoudemire, like all these different players. Yeah, exactly. T-Mac and shit. So I think that's the difference. But
and as you said, like a lot of soft moments, and then you got to look at the conferences at the time.
Yeah.
Because there was only like a good 4 or 5 in the Eastern Conference.
Well, that's the level of play as far as like everything being somewhat equal is better now.
Right.
Anyone on a given day can win. Back then you had the Kings winning 12 games. The Bobcats won 7.
Yeah.
They got rebranded because they suck so bad. Mm-hmm. So
and then, I mean, even though with the Western Conference, it was always an influx of like different teams, like the Grizzlies, the Spurs, when the Thunder came along, the Rockets, Lakers, of course, maybe the Clippers on a given day.
The one thing I'll say about the 2010s too is when you look back, if you were a fan of like the unpredictability,
right,
it wasn't there,
right?
Because it was LeBron, and then it was Steph. Yeah,
right.
LeBron.
Yeah, it was just back and forth. It was like Cavs, Warriors, Cavs. The Heat played the Mavericks. That was like the only outlier because then they'd play, OKC or they'd do that. Yeah, so there was
or Chicago knocking on the door but couldn't
never
get past.
Got there.
Yeah, so there was like certain teams that were like on the cusp of hitting the finals.
And it was. I was actually looking at something earlier that, like, I guess for me was like when you looked at, just like how Sean said. I mean, when you looked at the Heat, like back then, and you had like probably like the biggest threat to the Heat at the time with the Bulls.
Yeah.
And then D Rose got hurt.
Yeah.
And it just always seemed like it, like with like LeBron, like that, and then with the Pacers with Danny Granger and Paul George when Roy he was Hibbert, coming up, Roy Hibbert, like it looked like they were the team that was going to knock LeBron off, and then it just didn't happen.
They were They looked good. My fault for Kanye.
No, you're good.
But the Knicks at one point, because that's when Iman was starting to become a good defensive player.
Landry
Melo,
Fields was still shooting at that time.
Landry
Yeah.
Fields,
Landry Fields.
Stoudemire,
Bargnani was giving you good minutes.
Bargnani.
Yeah.
So like they were starting to have
Gallinari too was
Gallinari,
coming into his own back then.
right.
Yeah.
So they had like a lot of good. They had a lot of good players. They just couldn't go like once they hit playoffs, flatline.
It's like you just got stuck. You're like, yeah, like you said, the Heat are gonna win. It's just there was nothing.
Well,
there.
it was like when was that Atlanta Hawks team that won like 60, 65 games with Jeff Teague, Al Horford, Paul Millsap, Kyle Korver, and all of them. Like they looked unbeatable in the regular season.
I think it was what 2015.
It might have been the 14-15 season.
14-15, yeah. I think they were the number one seed.
Yeah.
And it was like
what the hell?
they got to the playoffs, and it was just like what?
That was frauds. Like, stamp them, the frauds.
Yeah,
they were
like it was
good.
just like what in the world is like going on? So, I mean, like the 2010s, like you said, like the unpredictability. It just, and then when you got like to the finals, like you remember like the first set of finals, like it was like LeBron and Matthew Dellavedova and Tristan Thompson and like Kevin Love and Kyrie were hurt, and then it was like okay, Kevin Love and Kyrie and them came back from a 3-1 series deficit.
Yeah, right.
You know what I'm saying? Like it hadn't been done before, so it was almost like okay, we're gonna give LeBron this one, but then you like flip it over. Okay, then Kevin Durant goes over to
Golden State,
State,
like,
and then it's like okay, like for 2 straight years, it was like Golden State, then it was gonna be 3. And then, Clay got hurt, then KD got hurt, and then, that just seemed to be like the Toronto thing. So I think, people started realizing it's starting to get predictable and boring.
Yeah.
So I would say like the
Celtics were in their dark era at that point, but
the Celtics and the Lakers, they were both horrible.
Yeah, we were throwing out
it was just
Walmart employees besides like Brandon Bass, who was
it was absolutely horrible.
I tuned out as soon as KD left. That's when I was like,
my next chapter.
Yeah, no, that's when I just was like, all right, y'all didn't let Chris Paul go to the Lakers. We let this dude go to a team that was already went to the finals.
I'll never forget about that note that David Stern's like, oh, they vetoed the trade. I'm like,
right.
When the NBA owned the Hornets at the time, that was bull crap.
Yeah.
And then they traded them to the Clippers.
Yeah.
Like, I was like, that's like the biggest like FU like.
No, that's
we want him in LA for the notoriety, but we don't want him on the Lakers.
Yeah, that will forever just be my moment where I just was like, I just closed the book on NBA right there because there's no way in hell that you just say no to Chris Paul to the Lakers, but we let KD go to a team that just went to the finals.
Yeah,
and they already won the finals.
Yeah, it wasn't even like they needed one more piece.
They didn't need it.
Honestly, I think like the peak for when it started going down was the year in. What was that, 2015, 2016 year when the Warriors went 73-9?
Yeah.
And that was Kobe's like last season.
Yeah, that was
kind of like the peak, like right there. And then it just kind of like.
Because it wasn't basketball anymore when he retired.
Yeah.
It was just like the last notable superstar. And then he retired, then it's like.
That was it.
Yeah.
So.
Because even if you look at it right now, the different champions from each year now, what we have, it's been Toronto, it was Milwaukee, Golden State crept back up, Denver won last year, so now we're going to get a different one this year. So like, there's a level of like, oh, who's going to win?
Right.
Injuries are happening and stuff like that, but still, like it gives it an excitement to it. So I think it's a better viewing experience right now, but the star power is not there.
No.
Even someone said the nicknames. Like, we call, like, Ant, SGA.
I saw
I'm
that.
like, we can't come up with cool like,
no
Black Mamba,
was,
no big fundamentals. Like,
no, they're not even nicknames. They're just, like, abbreviating their names.
Yeah.
There's no...
There's lazy. Like, AD, SGA, Ant. Like,
like the claw.
Yeah, the glove, Gary Payton.
Right.
Yeah.
I mean... Joker, but I mean it was still close to his last name.
Yeah, Joker. That's the only.
Joker. Like,
honestly, I feel like Luka Doncic would be a better Joker, just with his like demeanor on the court. Like,
oh yeah,
Joker's just.
Well, it was funny. It was funny. I was telling Sean, I was like, I think like Nikola Jokic has probably turned into like my favorite player now, just because of his just like demeanor.
Yeah,
like like the man. He's not flashy. Like,
No.
he's not going to be up in your face and
Yeah.
everything. He reminds you of Tim Duncan.
He does, yeah.
Like,
More nonchalant because I think Duncan had a little fire. I don't know if Jokic has it.
He did it too, but he was just mad.
He was very just like you would think he was high on.
Right.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
But it's crazy you say that because Lil Wayne, I saw something like Lil Wayne does not like Jokic at all.
Really?
Because of that, because of everything you just listed, he don't like the way how he just performs. He just looks slow. He looks slovenly. Like there's no athleticism to him. But I'm like, dog, look at the stat sheet.
Yeah.
Luka Doncic literally said that I am faster than Rudy Gobert, and I'm the slowest person on this court.
That's the sad
Bro,
part.
Rudy's catching strays. No one
Left
likes
and
Rudy.
right.
What did he do?
COVID.
Like, I don't know.
Well, the COVID thing, but he is always. I know Donovan Mitchell had a problem with him.
Donovan wanted to box that dude
Yeah,
in
yeah.
the locker room.
I didn't realize, but I didn't notice that until like after, because I mean, it was just well, that was the thing about it, because like when people are like, oh, like Gobert stopped the league when he touched like all the mics and everything like that. And it was just like, bro, like
It was
if he
inevitable.
didn't do that, he was still gonna catch COVID.
Yeah.
Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, so why are y'all like getting on this man like about this? Like,
I think it was his immaturity when he first came in, because he did act like very immature.
Yeah,
wasn't,
and
like playful, like kiddish. He was very immature, and I'm not sure what happened necessarily between he and Mitchell, but Donovan hated that.
Yeah.
dude.
that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when I realized that him and Gobert just were like,
But he never carried himself well after the fact. He acted
Yeah.
it was almost as, who's the man? Zaza
Ooh.
Pachulia-ish. It was almost, not as hated as Zaza, but because Zaza was like, he was dirty.
Yeah,
But
he
when
was.
Zaza was just a dirty player.
Yeah.
Like,
how Gobert came off to me, it was almost a fake tough guy who wanted to just.
that's what
Like,
Draymond said.
He did it. He tried it. It was almost like DeAndre Ayton sort of thing.
Yeah.
like,
Right.
like he tried to portray that, but he wasn't like that. But then he also tried to joke
Yeah.
with you, buddy.
Did you see who went up for the dunk? Was it Lively? And he shoved him.
Yeah,
Do you see that?
yeah.
And you just clearly just like,
Mhm.
and everyone played it off, and they were like, "Oh," and so I'm like, he just clearly pushed him
Right.
because he's a dirty player. He's
Mhm.
to me he's like a powder. I feel like if it doesn't go his way, he's just like, oh, I don't, you know what I'm saying?
I think that's just the league now.
There's a lot
Like,
of them.
the
Yeah.
league is just they're just pouty.
I remember that's another can of worms I try to not get into because I feel bad for yapping. But there was when he was playing for the Jazz. Oh, bro, they can't hear me. Like, honestly, that's the distance from like when we're in there. I put the mic behind me. Y'all
Oh,
can
you
hear
good?
me like
Yeah,
I'm
I was gonna
still
say,
laughing.
okay.
Yeah, I'm good. So there was an instance where he played for the Jazz. I forget what. There was a technical foul. I forgot what he did, but on the scorer's table, he slapped a water bottle. I think a woman was drinking that water. He just smacked whatever was on there, and he got
Teed up.
he got ejected.
Oh, he did. Oh,
He got
okay.
ejected. So it's just like stuff like that. But no, you're right. A lot of the people nowadays entitled,
Yeah.
moody, like that's why I was sort of getting on your man's a little bit last season because everything was a
Who,
call.
JT?
Yeah,
He still does that.
I
He still does it. Well,
I know.
he did the one the other night. He got teed up, and then he
Yeah.
threw the ball up in the air, and he was like, "Oh, I gotta catch it because this is either gonna tee me again."
Right.
Like there's stuff like that, and then you got to compare him to like Derek White, who everyone loves right now,
Right.
because he's kind of like what you mentioned. He goes in there, it's like he clocks in, plays basketball, and goes home.
Right.
That's what you kind of need more of in the NBA. Like you don't need the extra theatrics. Like White balls out and then goes home, which is cool.
Right.
Yeah.
And then I try to like ask myself, I'm like, what's the difference between our previous era and today's era with the calls? It's like it's the same game.
Yeah.
It's just being played at a faster pace.
Mhm.
I'm not sure where the extra emotion is coming from for these dudes to act like that because to me, I don't see it.
There's more money involved too. It's like the sponsorships are higher.
Are
You're
you
getting
losing-
paid
are you-
bigger bags.
But so let's get into that then. Actually, let's get into this rabbit hole. Would you say is there anything in their contract that they need to go ahead and like let's say they need to score a number of points? Because since they have all this embedding within the league,
I mean, they could be incentivized. I don't like the All NBA being a mark for their supermax contracts. I don't like it.
that And bro,
It's weird.
And then I saw the All NBA teams, and I'm like, who the hell made this list?
And we'll talk about Jaylen Brown later. That's fine. He can't even get third. He didn't even get like third All NBA. So now he already got his contract, but I'm like,
he was the second best person on that team.
I know, on a team that had one of the best records in the NBA.
So I'm like,
you can't put him on the third All NBA, and they didn't even do it by position.
Right.
I think they had like Gobert, and then they had like Jokic or something. Like, I'm like, bro, there's no. They just threw him on there.
Right, hold on. Let me look because
pull up the All NBAs.
Yeah, because I saw that and I was like, I saw the second and third team, and
there was one Celtic on the 3 rotations.
It was JT.
It was JT. He was on first.
He was on
first. Yeah.
Because I think LeBron was on third and
he was on
AD
third.
was on 2.
Yeah, I saw that. AD was on 2.
I think he was on the second team.
My. Okay, well, you know what?
I mean, in his
actually,
in his defense,
he was the second best player on that team.
Yeah,
and in his defense, I think he actually played like over 75% of the season.
I was going to say this was one of his better longevity seasons.
Yeah.
Never heard anything about him
defensively.
Defensively, he probably should have been defensive player of the league.
Yeah,
but Gobert,
he wasn't even. But that was the thing. He wasn't even voted. Like he got like third. He was like I think fourth or fifth. And AD had like one of the best defensive stats in the league.
And then this is why I'm saying like get rid of the fan vote.
Yeah,
because now we're just going. Like because fans don't watch the games.
No,
they're just going off of names.
Now you have Gobert. Was it 3-time?
Yeah.
Now you got to be like, well, is he a Hall of Famer? Just because you look at the accolades. Like in 20 years, they'll look back and be like, damn, this dude won a lot of awards. I probably should not be in the Hall of Fame.
Didn't do jack.
So would you? Because then at that point, you know who also won three Defensive Player of the Year awards?
LeBron.
Dwight Howard.
Oh
yeah. Well, Dwight needs to be in the Hall of Fame.
Dwight does. I think Dwight, but then Dwight wasn't even on the All NBA 75th.
I know.
I'm still trying to get over how Dame was on that.
I was getting ready to say Dame's on it, but Dwight, who carried an Orlando Magic team to the finals.
And I remember we talked about that. Yeah, Dame had like a lot of big moments, but like if we actually sat down and looked at him as a player, he sucks on defense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
And you saw that this year.
Yeah.
You took away Drew Holiday and that team.
They were horrible.
I remember watching back then when it was the Blazers and I think it was the Pelicans when Drew was on that team.
Yeah.
Dame only had one good game, and that was when Drew Holiday was out. He had 25 points. That whole entire series, Drew was locking his ass up.
It's crazy. So, I mean, and you can't even compare Gobert and Dwight, but like now their accolades kind of line up, and you're like, that's not the same player.
But if you go back and watch the seasons and watch the film, Dwight was doing more.
Oh, absolutely.
Dwight was doing 3 times as much as what
Dwight was taking over most of that offense too as a 7'2" center.
Gobert don't even look like he know what the hell he doing on the court.
Oh, they were running pick and rolls on him yesterday. He was. I don't know what he was. He was like that emoji with the swirly eyes. There was like the lights were on, no one was home. I'm like, bro, he was getting eaten alive.
Goodness. Yo, this man just be getting cooked. This man be getting cooked.
But it's like he deserves it.
Yeah, I don't feel bad for him. I'm like, damn, that's a good dude.
You
like,
deserve it.
Hold up, Ronnie. You catching more strays. DD said, I would like to clarify the NBA Peen rights. Boston, raise your hand if you agree.
I'll throw it up for like 2 seconds and put it back down.
All right, so what was it? That game where Boston got all the free throws and
that was against Cleveland. No, was it Cleveland? No, it was Indiana first game. Yeah.
Indy. I'm sorry, I gotta raise.
No, that's fine. I saw you raise and I was like, I know what he's doing.
Yeah, because I'm sorry. You told me the other team who getting beat up. That's why Halliburton injured, and then Boston getting all the free throws.
Game 4, there were so many fouls. I was like, and they were all fouls, but I'm like, bro, y'all are playing physical. They were calling everything, which.
Yeah. But then some games they don't call
anything. I know.
So I'm like...
And it was evenly. It wasn't like it was one towards the other. I'm like, something to go against Boston. I'm like, yeah, that's clearly a foul. But I'm like, bro, a lot of free throws.
Right. I don't know. Actually, I like those games where they just let it ride. I'm like, it could have been called, but then I'm just like, you know what?
The deeper you get in the playoffs, you got to let some
of those, you got to hold your whistle.
Yeah.
Hold your whistle. But going back to the All-NBA team. So as we said, we had Giannis, Luka, Shea, Nikola and JT. That's the first team. Then we had second team Brunson, AD, KD. I'm sorry, Anthony Davis, Kevin Durant. We got Ant Edwards and Kawhi. This man missed half.
See, that's what yeah.
Yo, am I missing something? Did who was in the playoffs? Paul George? How many games did
Kawhi play for that?
about like 4?
If 4, maybe.
Because I remember one game he came back and then
Yeah.
he said,
It was
"Sit your ass down."
It was game 2. He came back,
Yeah.
and
And then he sat the rest.
then he was done.
He had to go
The
back
Clippers-
on the court
Yeah.
on the bench.
Yeah, the Clippers ended up getting bounced in the first round,
Yeah.
And
and I saw they just re-signed Ty Lue.
Yeah, it's like a gigantic
Yeah.
run. Someone said one of the most coveted coaches in the NBA. I was like, I don't know if I agree with that. Good coach, not coveted.
I genuinely think LeBron won them that chip. Ty Lue was there for the ride. I will always say that. When you let David Black go,
Yeah.
and you bring in Ty Lue, LeBron won that chip.
Ty Lue I never looked on the sidelines and saw Ty Lue commanding that team.
No, it was LeBron.
Supposedly he did, but
Oh,
I kind of supposedly. That's why I said supposedly.
The rumor.
Supposedly the rumor. All right, so then. Oh yeah, I'm gonna ask you this question when you come back then, Ronnie, because I'll ask with you guys then.
hold on, 1 second. My phone.
No, you're good.
Hold
You're
that
good.
Hold that up because I just have the third team. So third team: Devin Booker, Steph Curry, Tyrese Halliburton, LeBron James, and Sabonis.
Sabonis?
Yeah,
Sabonis.
Oh, speaking
Sabonis.
of, not to go, just a quick note. Someone voted for him
Mhm.
for the MVP. Someone voted for him for Defensive Player of the Year and NBA First Team. Just one guy.
The bonus?
I'm not gonna lie. MVP may be a little outlandish. First team, I can understand because it was he and D Fox. They were holding that.
Yeah.
team.
Oh, yeah. He had a good year. It's just weird that dude was like first.
Oh, so you think it was him?
No, I mean the dude, it's just weird. I'm like, I don't know why he was so obsessed with I guess I don't know if he was like a Kings beat writer or something, but I'm like,
You know, it's funny because when she went to Cali, she almost went to not to a game, but like to the arena.
yeah,
I was like, shit, you should have went to a game so you could got me some De'Aaron Fox.
oh yeah,
Yeah.
oh
Yeah.
those jerseys are clean too.
I'm saying, like the beam.
Oh yeah, like the beam.
Yeah, because
Ew.
I'm sorry. I mean,
They're not division. I can't stand them.
well, look, if D Rose would have not got injured and stayed on the Bulls, because I'm more of a D Rose fan. I don't really have a team anymore, so I'm more of a player
No,
fan.
no.
So,
I get it.
yeah.
So question then for you guys. You should probably do that you should probably do that as a poll then. Who you taking, Ty Lue or Doc Rivers?
Oh my
Oh.
god! What the fuck? What is wrong with you?
I was waiting for the pause. I'm like, this could go a couple ways. Doc Rivers. I didn't think it off the
What
top
is
of my head.
wrong with you? You
What-
might be
what
bad
kind of-
Who you
today.
taking?
What?
Who you taking?
I would have to go with Ty.
Both championship winning head coaches.
Mm-hmm.
I would have to go Ty Lue.
Both of them have had Hall of Fame people.
Did you not see the finesse job Doc Rivers did to get to the Bucks just for I can't even speak to get that? Go ahead.
I would take Ty Lue.
Ty Lue has had Kevin Love, LeBron,
Hold up.
Kyrie.
No.
No,
So, DE, the question: which coach are you taking? Are you taking Ty Lue or Doc Rivers?
so he's had LeBron, Kevin Love, Tristan Thompson, who had a decent back then. He was able to get a bag.
Prime Tristan Thompson, which is still a
not-
decent. Yeah.
Yeah. And then Tyronn Lue has had Tyronn Lue. Wait, no, Doc. All right, so Doc has had Kevin Garnett,
Mm-hmm.
Paul Pierce, Ray Allen, Rajon Rondo, Trace McGrady, Grant Hill, Blake Griffin, Chris Paul,
Big Baby Dave.
Big baby.
Chris Paul,
Prime DeAndre.
Yeah, Prime DeAndre. Now JJ Redick,
Yeah.
who
Sean
hates him
Livingston.
now.
Yeah.
Sean Livingston,
Jamal Crawford.
Jay
You know,
crossover.
and Sean's like, oh well. And now you have Giannis and you have Dame, and you know Lou now has Kawhi Leonard, Russell Westbrook,
PG.
James Harden, Paul George, and yet somehow both of them were only able to get one ring apiece.
So here's my. So you got to look at the rings. You got to consider the sources. Both of those rings came off of superstar power. They didn't elevate bad teams. I mean, the Celtics got essentially prime KG, prime Ray Allen, and prime Paul Pierce all together on one team, and then he won the ring. Ty Lue won with prime LeBron, Kyrie coming into his early 20s. So it's like Kevin Love was still prime at that point too. So I'm like, they both won with these like prime super teams. They haven't done it with above average teams. They haven't elevated bad teams. I think Doc Rivers' body of work, while it's more impressive because of the win total and he's gone farther in the playoffs with other teams and stuff, it just chokes, man. Like, you had this Bucks team, and I know Giannis was hurt, but like, you couldn't get past the Pacers.
DE says, as a player, Doc Rivers. As a coach, Ty Lue. And he also says, Doc Rivers, please stay in Milwaukee.
Yeah, keep going. 10-year extension to the end.
Well, you know, it's funny because like I saw a report. I didn't mean to go down a rabbit hole, guys. I'm sorry. That like the Clippers wanted to keep Paul George and James Harden. I'm just like, dude, you're not going to win with that team.
And I also saw like they won't be able to pay Paul George what he's wanting specifically.
Yeah.
Right.
So, but Philly is actually able to pay him what.
Philly's going to get either Butler or George, I would assume.
I think
I would go with PG over Jimmy.
I'm gonna be honest with you. I think Jimmy stays. I think they might get. I could see PG going to Philly just because of money and what Philly can offer, like bench wise.
Well, and that's the thing about it. I mean, it's kind of like at this point, you know, your time's running out.
Yeah,
especially with Paul George.
Been running out.
Yeah, I mean,
playoff P.
Yeah, like pandemic P. That was
that's my dog.
Gosh, bro,
that's my dog. I got his basketball shoes in my closet, but that shit was horrible,
bro. He was granted now he's gotten better since the whole pandemic P thing, but that was just like horrendous.
Yeah, dudes won one playoff game and I don't know what it was.
But
it's because he was almost he was a runner. He was like what top 5 voting for MVP. That's what it was during when he played with Russ and OKC. That's what it was.
Yeah,
because that dude he was cold.
Oh yeah, no,
OKC,
for sure.
OKC PG cold.
OKC PG was cold,
Yeah.
But it's just like now, like it's just like all these teams when they put together this super team and get rid of like their bench and get rid of just like how you're saying, you're seeing it with Milwaukee.
Yeah.
You know, you're on death wise. It was like when they got rid of Drew Holiday, it was like done.
Yeah.
Like after that.
And it's crazy.
Like,
the Bucks fans are like, we're not ever going to be Celtics fans, but like we love Drew Holiday so much that like we know what we did. Like we screwed up. Like go win that ring. They really did. Like you look at his defensive plays and what he did. I mean, he did it against the Celtics. He stole the ball from Marcus Smart like 2-3 years ago when they won the championship. Like you got rid of your best defensive piece. You brought in a guy that's defense has not been solid across his career, and like look what it got you.
Yeah.
DE said, "I would like to clarify, CP3 still has no ring." Oh yeah, I'm sure he think about that every day. I'm sure he think about that because Mans was in the finals.
Yeah, so close.
Mans was in the finals,
bro. And like all right. So even like the same thing with the Suns right now with KD, Bradley Beal, and Devin Booker. Like it's just like, bro, you have really 2 ball dominant. I mean, KD doesn't really need the ball, but you know, you can say 3, but 2 ball dominant guys.
No, you had it right.
It's not
No depth on that team. I
Yeah,
mean,
there was no
I
depth
said
on that
it.
team
I
neither.
they
Like,
got-
and you look at
yeah.
Mikal Bridges over there
Yeah.
with Brooklyn.
they want to build around him, which is a whole nother. We're just
Right.
keep going.
Like you're just like
I don't know about that, but
like you know
I said it as soon as they traded for him. I was like, no depth. I was like, that team wasn't gonna get anywhere past first round, and
what happened? Yeah.
nothing.
I gotta let that go. I gotta let that go because I still pat myself on the back for that.
Well, we talked about it on the pod too. It's like the formula is simple now. You
Yeah.
draft the correct players.
Yep.
You all let them develop when they're young. You pay them, and you win. Because all these teams that are in right now are pretty much developed. I mean, besides like Kyrie going to Dallas, I mean, the rest of these teams are all, draft developed. The Celtics did it. The Mavericks did it. Mavericks did it for the most part. Timberwolves did it. It's simple, but
Right.
people just want to. The Pacers did it. Andrew Nembhard was like going crazy the whole series. I'm like, huh?
DE said the Suns are just the poverty Mickey Mouse franchise like the Orlando Magic. No matter who they are, they won't win a ring.
Dang. What happened?
Good though. What's good?
Oh yeah, it's true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, and D-Book, I mean, I don't know. I mean, is he like a number one option at this point? Because I didn't see it this year.
I think what happened. I mean, you really couldn't because one, you didn't really have a point guard to set things up. They had to set it up because
You had two guards, you had two shooting guards, and you didn't really have a true.
because Booker's a shooting guard.
Yeah.
Someone has to set the table for him. You didn't really have a really good facilitating point guard. KD also has to get the ball too, but if Book is facilitating, where's KD gonna go?
Yeah.
And then you got Nurkic out there getting boards, and then who's on defense?
That team was like I hate this, but like Drew Holiday. Like you put Drew Holiday on the team, which you couldn't make that work, but that team had potential. I mean,
Right.
like someone that can actually facilitate.
Well, and look at with it after the Suns when they fired their coach, freaking Frank
Vogel.
Yeah, Vogel.
I don't think it's a coaching problem. It's who you have.
Oh no, 100% not.
D said Book is getting up there and getting way too much money come playoffs.
That was that's.
I don't think it was. I mean, what is Coach Vogel gonna do with a team that lacks depth? You have to exercise who you have on that team. You don't have a lot of people who can go ahead and get you a bucket other than like three people. You know what I'm saying?
If you set your team up correctly, the depth can be worked around if everyone stays healthy. Like
Right.
I would say the Celtics right now, their depth is not very good. We've talked about that, but they do have enough in their starting lineup to get by.
Right.
You know what I mean? But yeah, like if you have a team like the Suns, they just don't have, like you said, they don't have a facilitator.
Right.
They got lucky with Grayson Allen. He kind of came into his own. They gave him a contract, so like you got him locked up now. They're kind of stuck. They're stuck with Beal's contract too. No one's taking that.
But that's what's also getting on my nerves about these teams when they go out and make these moves. I'm just like, when it comes playoff time, you need depth.
Yeah.
Like that's my biggest issue, and that's why I've never been like when people be like, "Oh yeah, this is a blockbuster trade." No, this trade sucks.
Yeah.
Because you lost your bench. Like I don't care who's your starting five. You need that's why I preferred old basketball back in the day.
Yeah.
The 2000s,
Yeah.
the 2010 era. Your bench was fucking stacked.
Yeah.
It was stacked.
They were getting the big name players, but then drafting smart. Like I remember Norris Cole was going off for the Heat back in the day.
Yes.
You drafted him in like the second round.
Dude's benches back then was so stacked. You had a second starting five on that.
Mm-hmm.
How many benches do you have that Kenyon Martin,
Yeah.
J.R. Smith coming off the
Mhm.
bench? I mean, bro, you got interchangeable. Like you can have so much mix and match on.
You had like the Lou Williams and Crawford era. Like those are 6 men that like could have started, but they had their roll down perfectly.
and then you had San Antonio's bench. That was a whole second team. Boris Diaw,
Dude,
Patty
honestly,
Mills.
Thiago Splitter.
Honestly, that 2010 Lakers team, that's probably like one of my favorite teams because like when they had Fish, Kobe, Powell, Bynum, and
I forgot Bynum.
Odom.
Yeah.
Bynum, and Odom came off the bench.
And then you had
Because Odom, yeah. So
Ariza too.
so it was Artest, yeah, or Artest at the
Yeah.
time. So then what would happen was, because I loved it, because with Bynum they would move Bynum. They would take Bynum out. They would move Gasol to the 5,
Yeah.
and then they would put a Lamar
Lamar
at
at the 4.
Lamar at the 4. And so then when you had Sasa Vujacic,
Yeah.
and Shannon Brown and all them,
Right.
dude, I love that team.
Farmar, yeah.
Farmar.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like you had that perfect combination where guys knew their role and could come in and give you points. You don't see that now anymore. I mean, you see it now. I mean, like with the Nuggets. I mean, the Nuggets, they had like they're good. They drafted everything. They had like a good role bench and everything like that. But it's like when you keep drafting these players, I mean, when you keep like signing these superstars and these 3 people, and you're giving away draft pick, like still freaking the Thunder have what pick do they have this year? Like the 8th.
Yeah.
Like they have like number 1 picks for the next like 5 or 6 years.
Yeah.
That's why I was getting mad at LA, because y'all was moving everybody before the deadline. I'm like, who's your bench?
Yeah.
And then y'all trade somebody just to bring a whole new team in the next season.
Yeah. Disrupt everything. Yeah.
We can't. Yeah.
What was the point of trading?
Yeah. We have not had a consistent team since LeBron's been on there. Since LeBron got on there, we had Lonzo, we had Ingram, we had Josh Hart, we had all of them. You look at all of them minus Lonzo Ball right now; they're all doing great.
But in Lonzo, honestly, if he didn't get hurt,
he'd be great.
He was developing,
and even then, when we traded for AD, which was stupid, the team that we had, all right, it had the chemistry and it worked with Kuz and everything like that. But literally after that championship, we've not had the same roster. The only 2 people that stayed the same has been LeBron and AD.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry, I keep harping on this, but I'm upset that y'all didn't let Kuz cook, because his rookie year he was cooking.
Kuz was awesome. I love Kuz.
He was cooking, but it was the fact that LeBron came in, did Kuz's job, and then I'm just like, everybody's like, oh, Kuz sucks. No, you have another person at the same position that he plays doing what he's doing. So then what is he supposed to do when he out there? His role was they cut his role so bad.
Dude, I don't know if you remember, but back in 2018, like right when LeBron got there, it was like right towards like it was a little bit after LeBron had came back and from his groin injury. And I don't know if you remember, like you saw like the bench, like essentially all sitting to the side, and like LeBron was sitting by himself.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, and you can just kind of tell like what kind of leadership that was. And I remember it was I think it was like Rondo or something.
It was
like
Rondo.
It was Rondo
was sitting like he was sitting further up in the team.
Yeah. And the team was sitting further back, and they were asking him, like, what is it with these guys?
My fault. I keep calling. They were sitting where the bench was where they were supposed to be.
Yeah.
Rondo found an open spot on.
Rondo was like the only one,
Yeah.
but they were asking him. They were just like, "Yo, like, what's with like?" Because that was like one of the like the big deals about it, and it was just like, bro, like like these young guys, like they looked up to LeBron, and they they see him like as their hero, and now like they're realizing, hey man, like this is the type of stuff that comes with LeBron, where it's just like, oh, you're about to get traded. And then especially that was one of the biggest things that pissed me off.
Yeah.
Because it was right when they asked LeBron, oh man, how would you feel about playing with Anthony Davis? Because that's when the whole trade rumor thing started.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, like, I think that would be great. Instead of being like, I think that would be cool, but I love my young guys.
Yeah.
Like you could have just gave them like that little bit of like, confidence. And like, yo, man, y'all my guys. This is who I'm running with. But it was just like, oh, I think like that would be cool. And then that's when like that's like when everything else just started like going away. So it was just like with those young guys, it was like, yo, man, I looked up to this dude.
Right.
But
and
now
it's
like,
under the bus,
he just like threw us under the bus like this. So it was like, and then especially, and then after that, it was just like, well, all of them are gone except Kuzma.
Yeah.
But then you look at it again later on with Kuzma, then he ended up leaving.
Yeah.
So
and that's why, honestly, I lost a lot of respect for LeBron. Because I get it. You want to put your team in a position to win, but then I have to go back on the Kobe.
Yeah.
Kobe didn't do that. Mm-mm. Kobe had one leg and barely an arm to shoot with, and he was riding with that trash team.
If anything, Kobe was like the you effed up, like
Yeah.
I'm going to teach you.
Right.
LeBron's like, oh yeah, like I'm
I
done
don't
with
wanna
these
deal
dudes.
with
There's a
you.
mentality to it.
No.
Yeah, and like even with Rondo too. I know you mentioned Rondo. He had that issue with Boston when they started sucking. When everyone got traded,
Yeah.
he was like he was literally Mr. GQ. I remember they was like training camp would come around. He'd be doing GQ photo shit. I'm like, what are you doing?
Right.
He had this mentality. He's like, I'm me, very selfish, and that's kind of like how LeBron was
And
developing.
it's crazy with the whole Rondo thing too, because I remember they were dogging him and saying he was a bad leader. But then I'm just like, dudes were actually vouching for Rondo.
Yeah.
But no one say anything for CP.
Yeah, I know.
Because they were like, oh, CP trash.
Yeah.
He a trash leader. Oh, yeah, Rondo. Oh, yeah,
Rondo's fine. When in reality, you would hear reports. I'm like, yeah, I don't think Rondo's he couldn't lead a bad team.
Right.
You got to put him on a good team and be a role player.
Right,
Yeah, he was
right.
not elevating people.
I'm just like, shoot,
Yeah.
both y'all just bad leaders.
Yeah.
If that's the case. Because both of y'all stinking this joint up.
Yeah.
No, that's what, like, because I know he and I will talk about, like in between, like, during the week. I'm just like, dog, I feel so bad for LA because LeBron he changed that team for the worse.
Yeah.
In my opinion.
And like management is like making it all for him. And I'm just like, bro, like,
it always has been with him.
Send him packing.
Yeah.
Like that's what I at least respect about Pat Riley. He wasn't doing that crap.
Yeah.
Like when he wanted Eric Spoelstra fired, he told him basically no.
Yeah, which was
I'm
a good
not
call.
firing him.
Right.
Which is a great call.
You'd have to be blind to not know that Spoelstra's a good coach.
Right. I'm like, dude, they won a ring in 06.
Yeah.
Right.
Like,
without you, and you come in and you're
with the same dude, but then that's why I look at D Wade and be like, vouch for your coach.
Yeah. You were what, second, third year in the league? He won a ring with you, and now you're like, yeah.
Shaq came over here to prove a point.
And did it.
Come on, bro. Like,
I think he was one of the assistants because the coach was Pat Riley.
Dog. But I'm saying, this Looney Tune gotta stop coming to teams and jacking the team up.
That's Looney Tune.
Yes,
I know. That's
bro,
true.
it is.
Like,
Like he is.
like,
Like it's horrible.
Take away all the accolades and everything. As a person, the stuff that they were flaming Kobe for, we really need to start pointing at LeBron.
Yeah.
But he gets the whole good boy treatment, golden boy treatment, because of what he's done.
It's even the LeBron, like, it's funny, but like the LeBron lies, you've seen all those.
Yeah.
Like, oh, I told my friends in the garage, I said, yeah, Kobe's going to score 81 tonight. I got a feeling. You didn't know that.
Yeah.
You didn't know that. And then they'll like, oh, what chapter you on in that book? Oh, because he had like his bookmarker in the middle. He's like,
it was a Malcolm X book, and it was like he basically lied.
Yeah,
it was
like,
"Dude, you didn't read that.
He just starts starts like paraphrasing stuff that like everyone already knew, and he's like, yeah, I mean, I haven't really got too far in it, but like, just great book. I'm like, he's like, yeah, I got a couple pages in, and the bookmark's like in the middle. I'm like,
it's like right in the middle.
Yeah.
It's like, come on, dude.
Like, the whole shut up and dribble thing at first, that pissed me off because I'm gonna be honest with you, I was very ignorant.
Yeah.
I took it. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. I took it as a whole black-white situation.
Oh yeah, no,
at first because I didn't really do my research.
Yeah.
But then what was going on with the whole Asian hate, and then when he spoke up about it, and he was fumbling and shuffling because he didn't really know anything, and he was just trying to take a stance on it. I was just like, that shut up and dribble take.
In that situation,
Bro, it was the whole, and then also it was the whole ordeal with when he opened his mouth about the Jerry Jones ordeal. Like you remember, like with that picture with Jerry Jones, and they were showing it. It was like back in like the 50s or 60s, and he was like, "Oh, you guys will ask me about Jerry Jones, but what nothing about like Kyrie." And it was like, bro, he was standing there looking.
Yeah.
Like what was Jerry Jones doing? Like what? Like you know what I'm saying?
Why was he even involved?
He's like,
in that?
I can't be a Cowboys fan, bro. He was in a picture and he was just like.
Yeah,
that's all he did.
Yeah,
like it's like LeBron. Like
use
your brain, and it's just it's getting like, bro, you don't understand. Bro. I tell this dude all the time. I can't wait for him to get off this team.
Yeah,
I can't wait.
I second that honestly because the more we talk about it, the more I look at it, the more I backtrack. I'm like, people would always go back to the whole Kobe wouldn't do it. No. Kobe wouldn't do that.
Yeah.
Kobe wouldn't do the things that we're talking about. Kobe wouldn't have given up on his team like LeBron did.
Yeah.
Kobe would have stood on he would have still sat on the sideline till the game was over, but LeBron's leaving with 7 minutes left in a blowout.
Yeah. I'll never forget when he took his Cleveland jersey off for the last time, the first time after they lost to Boston.
I knew that. I was like, oh, he's done.
Yeah.
He's done. He's
second
leaving.
it hit 0. I don't even know if it hit 0 yet. He's walking down the tunnel.
Yeah.
Jersey comes off.
Yeah,
Kicks it to the side.
I was like,
And wasn't
he
that
was done.
wasn't that the same time when he got fined for unsportsmanship for not?
And that series it might have been. Yeah, I think it was.
I'll be honest with you at the time too, because again I was young. I was like, man, F it.
Yeah.
Fine me too.
Yeah.
I ain't dapping y'all up. Y'all just beat me, man. F y'all. I ain't dapping.
Looking back on it though, you're like, I think he almost got cursed with being so good. Because it's like he always had that mentality. He never got humbled.
Right.
I think he respects the position he's in, but like no one's ever going to say anything to him.
Mm-hmm.
They know what people say. He's better than Jordan.
Yeah. Oh man, bro, you can you can hold the mic regular, bro.
Which is a whole nother topic. It's crazy, but yeah, it's just he never got humbled ever since high school. He's been the best player in the nation.
Silver platter. I mean, I get it. He had to work for it, but still,
he did.
At what point are you telling that type of caliber player no?
Probably not. Coming from where he grew up, he did have to work for it. He had to get to that point. So I respect that. I know he didn't get raised in the best environment.
Yeah.
But you hit that, like you said, that plateau where it's like, he never got humbled.
But we're never going to take away like all of his accomplishments and accolades. Like we're never going to take away that.
Never see it again, probably. I'll be honest. Yeah.
It's just more the fact that he just came in, just said F everything. I'm reshaping this whole team how I want to, and then it's never his fault when he loses. Never. It's never point. It's always a scapegoat. It's always AD. Oh yeah, Russ.
When in reality, most of these people he's putting around him, he picked.
Exactly.
Like we've talked about that before, I think too. He's the one that's going in and playing lead GM.
Yes, lead GM.
And he's grabbing these players, and then they lose with the players. Yes. And he's just like,
oh yeah, never vouches for him. I still can't believe that bro had the gall to bash Westbrook, and he didn't let him, but it was the fact that bro just got cooked. And I low key almost feel like that would have been like the whole Carmelo Anthony thing.
Yeah.
And almost not blackballed him, but no one was gonna pick him up.
No.
He was done, dude. After that, like Westbrook was. I think if you would have let Westbrook play point guard, all y'all get together. Hey, bro, like, will you have to change? Like, I think kind of like how D Wade did, like when LeBron got there, and then with the second year, kind of realized, okay, hey man, I'm gonna take a back seat. This is your team, and it worked. I think if you would have looked at, I think if Russ, LeBron, and AD would have looked at him and been like, yo, man, we're probably going to have to change how we play a little bit, but we can probably make this work.
Yeah.
At what point do we say, like, the coach is not putting the players in the best position? Because I feel like the coaches back then, a lot different than what they are now. They're playing a different type of style offense to where you're not really showing everyone's skills. It's
Darvin Ham, dude. It was just it was like confusing with him because somebody would have the hot hand. Ham would take him out and wouldn't put him back in until like and he did it numerous times. It was like he was being paid to lose against the Nuggets.
Oh yeah,
like it was really confusing, bro. I don't know if you guys may have mentioned it. But there was a stat that came out that the Lakers in this past series with the Nuggets led 76% of the time.
Yeah, I think we looked at it. I think.
Well, we didn't cover that specifically. We did talk about how y'all were giving up leads. We didn't go into that stat, but we did cover
in the game. It's like
they forget, and it makes me mad, but. And when you would look at interviews with Ham, it would just be like, yeah, I should have subbed him back in. Yeah, his dumb behind coach didn't give him the ball more. Bro, so you knew.
Because I remember I saw a stat like that. It was like or I think LeBron said it, or I forget. I know I saw it on Facebook. But basically, y'all could have won that series. It was a winnable series.
I agree. I absolutely agree.
Bro, the series last year, we could have, we legit could have won because there were numerous times where the lead was close and we gave up on it.
I'm sorry, but that Jamal Murray shot, I'm not trying I'm not trying to dog on.
See this guy over here still bringing up
Open wounds
man.
still.
Open wounds.
Did you
like,
just
it
not
was
clown
just
me
like
for
it was
2K
like
last week?
man.
Did you not bring up 2K last week?
It was just
Did you not
like
bring up 2K
that
last
hurt. That hurt. It was a video game, man. This is real life.
Oh, so it's convenient when you won, right? Oh, it's convenient when you win, right? But you
Of
are,
course,
but
LeBron throwing you up under the bus. Remember, like it's just like, man.
That's tough. But yeah, you brought up because I lost. You brought up because I lost. But when I bring it up, when you
Man,
lost,
that
oh, it's
was
a
just
problem.
like, man, that was a video game, man.
Yeah, y'all see how niggas acting, man. It was cool when you won, right, man? But all I said was that wasn't even game 4. That was game 3.
Bro, but you know what though? They should have never even been in that predicament.
Yeah, I mean they came back from like a 20-something deficit.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah,
that was tough.
Yeah, you know, but I think just like how you guys were saying with it. I mean, I think with the league now, I mean the NBA is going to start. I think different teams are getting to the finals, so it's making it more interesting. But I'm thinking that it's not going to be as entertaining.
Yeah.
Because a lot of dudes, again, injury, play in season.
I will say that a Celtics Mavericks finals has storyline to it, at least a little bit.
Kyrie playing against his old team.
Porzingis playing against his old team.
Yeah.
There's some tie up there, and it's going to be physical.
What is this, a WWE?
I know. That's what, I think set it up that way. I'm like, okay, there's going to be some.
Well, bro, it was funny because when Kyrie was with the Celtics and LeBron got to of course, like, I can't. This is the bull crap that I'm just like this is the crap that I can't. Yeah, like this is the crap that I can't. But like when Kyrie was with the Celtics and LeBron was with the Lakers, I was like, okay, this just screams NBA Finals. Like it screams it right now.
We're so close.
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, well, yeah, but I don't know, man. I don't know.
Man, we got NBA think they slick out here just cutting promos.
I know, yeah.
Well, dude, I always we'll do. So when the Lakers won it in 2020, I declared, I was like, bro, like you can't write up a better story, and they might still do it, but you couldn't have wrote up a better story if it was the Lakers and Celtics, and you're breaking that. You're about to break that tie.
Yeah, that was. Yeah, I thought that was going to happen.
I thought that was going to happen,
so,
like 100%.
I don't even think I really asked you this. Actually, I never have because I never thought of it till now. So in your opinion, was that a real championship win? Because I know Devin, I remember you were bashing that, which is fine. No, which is cool because it's his opinion. But I'm like, from a Laker fan, do you think that was like a real, like with everything going on, like do you consider it real or an asterisk, or is it just like a NBA 2K sim to you? Like, where do you?
If the Celtics would have won it in 2020, would you consider it real?
I would. You guys can laugh at me. I would put an asterisk next to it. Like I'd be like, we won. Actually, I'd be like, hey, we were the champions of 2020. But in the back of my mind, I'd be like,
that's the most base thing you've said because I was about to start laughing.
No,
considered it.
No, it's true. I wouldn't call I wouldn't call it Mickey Mouse, but I'd be like, I would not be like on the couch going crazy. I'd be like,
oh, I was. I recorded myself and everything. I would. The Gators were sucking. I needed something going on that time, so I needed it. So here's my thing about it. So numerous guys have said that, of course, number one, you didn't have the home court advantage.
Yeah,
you didn't have the you didn't have the it wasn't the feel of your typical NBA finals. Now, do I consider it a championship? I do consider it a championship, but then also I look at it as in the fact that would Anthony Davis have survived the season if they didn't cancel it that long? Like would he have still been Anthony Davis? Because again, they canceled it in March, right?
Mm-hmm.
It didn't come back until August.
That's
February.
true too.
No, it's February. Yeah, February.
Was it February?
I thought it was March.
Oh, I thought it was February.
I think it was
when they ended the. It was February because her and I were supposed to go to a game I think it was March.
Bro, we
Oh,
were.
they canceled the season.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah.
Oh, that meant they were
I
coming
swear
back. I was like, no,
I
I
thought
didn't
it was
think
March.
Yeah, no, we're supposed to see a Magic in the Chicago game. I think it was sometime.
Look it up, bro. When they canceled the season.
No, because I don't think we had our first. They just canceled schools in March.
That's what I'm saying. They
I don't
canceled
think-
like the school because my birthday, I was supposed to go to Universal and Disney, and it didn't happen. And the season had got canceled like 3-4 days prior to
March 11th.
So 13 days before my birthday.
What the hell was I?
So
Interesting.
it's like I said, man. It's for me, it's hard. I mean, is there an asterisk next to it? When you look at it down the line, yeah. If it was any other team, and I think it was just because it was the Lakers.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Everybody else would have been like, "Yo, that was a championship. You know, we're taking that and everything." Like, because most guys they were like, "Yo, they considered that real basketball."
Yeah. It was just hoop. Like
it was just hooping.
Yeah, that's
y'all
all
were
they
just
doing.
straight up hooping. And to
Yeah.
me, that's where I was like, I mean, there was no, you couldn't be like, hey man, somebody had a home court advantage or anything like that. You guys had the same advantage point as everybody else did. Like
you
it
hear the
was
shoes
hooping.
squeaking on the court and everything.
Yeah.
It was just pure.
It was just
like,
pure, like like in the gym you were hooping.
Yeah.
So then, and the reason why I say that is because if we look at 2021 with Milwaukee, do we put an asterisk next to that because it wasn't back to where it was yet. It didn't go back until 2022.
So I feel like you can actually say that was an actual season because they were playing in the arena.
They were playing in the arena.
It was just
but
limited.
with the Lakers, I don't think that they had people yet.
No, it was completely isolated. It was just all players.
Right.
But like my thing is basketball was still being played. NBA was still running.
Right.
So I guess I believe it was just more of an asterisk because of just everything that just went on.
Right.
So it was just, but the NBA did pick up where it left off.
Right.
It did resume with everyone's records. And then that's when they did the play-in. That's like the first year they did the play-in.
The play-in, right?
So
exactly,
it gave more people just to adjust. So I can see where it could
like I think the
asterisk.
play-in was more supposed to be like, hey man, you're gonna get your legs like refreshed because they gave them like the 2 to 3 games.
Yeah.
And then it was like because of the situation that we're in right now, okay, the guys who are in essentially 9th and 10th, we're going to give you guys a chance.
Right.
Because that was Dame's whole ordeal. He was like, you remember the J. Cole song? It's like it's like I'm not here to waste my time. Like, I just wanted a chance.
Right.
And you gave it to him. So I mean, yeah, to an extent, I mean, you can say that, it had like an asterisk to it because again, I don't know if Anthony Davis would have stayed healthy, leading up to like March and April, May. You know what I'm saying? Because
I'm sorry, bro was not going.
Right, that's what I'm saying. So if that wouldn't have happened, like people were saying, like, oh yeah, man, like that Laker team was like, but would Anthony Davis have stayed healthy? I don't know.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, it's hard to say.
Yeah, there's a lot. I feel like there's a lot of variables that go into like just if it is it actual, is it like still basketball? I still consider it basketball because it resumed.
Do the Clippers lose that 3-1 lead if against the Nuggets if they were in?
And here I go throwing crutches for people, but I didn't make this up. They did. Well, they didn't make it up. They said it.
Yeah.
But people were affected mentally by the whole move. So that's when basketball was being affected.
Mm-hmm.
Some people were like, hey, this may just help us better because, a lot of people were used to being outside. So now they're more
focused, locked in. Kind
right.
Of thing, yeah.
So I know a lot of people were struggling with that. At the end, listen, to me, at the end of the day, I think your job never changed. Adam Silver said, hey, there's a championship to still be played for. Y'all have the same amount of opportunities to do so.
Well, and it was funny too because at the time being like people didn't seem to like realize that like Disney, I think, tried to like accommodate to like all of these guys. So like you saw them out there like fishing and everything like that. Like I think like even then like the parks weren't open like fully yet.
No.
But then I was like, you can't tell me that like the people at Disney were probably just like, yo, man, like from like 8 to midnight or whatever time, like while these players are here, like, yo, man, they could go to like Disney and everything like that. So it's like you couldn't leave per se,
No, you
but it was like, yo, like, I mean, you guys essentially got to go to Disney like for free. I mean, how many times? How annoying can that get? I mean, yeah, especially like for them. But it was just like, bro, like they're trying to give you guys like everything that they're trying to do.
But they were also on like curfew too.
They did. I remember they.
Well, yeah, but I mean, but it was just like, what were we gonna do at Disney?
Yeah,
well, like nothing was open, so it was like, you know,
and I get it too. Like because a lot of times, like they couldn't. Since they couldn't leave, and they said they almost felt like it was back in college. Because it's like, oh yeah, that dude just put up 45, and there he go over there chilling on the bench, like, you know, just chilling like as if bro did just put 45 on us.
Right.
So it's like, I get it. Like they were so used to leaving, and all they had to do was like stay in a hotel, or you know, they were so limited. So
right.
My final thought on it was just like someone had to win it.
Right.
So there's no asterisk to me. I mean, I think you got to look back and go like, well, yeah, there's circumstances that led up to it, but they still got a ring. Goes in the record books. Someone had to win it, so someone was going to get that title. And like you said, it was the Lakers, so they're always going to be like, oh, it was the Lakers. If Boston won it, same thing. If it was, it depends on the team.
If the Heat, you wouldn't have said nothing about it.
Oh no,
they would have said nothing about it. They would have been like, yo, Jimmy took that team and everything. Like there would be no question on like what that is, because then it's like now you have to look at like all of the other rest of like the sports. Like, do you put an asterisk next to the Bucks?
No, you just got to let it roll. It is what it is.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying. Like, do you put an asterisk next to college football with Alabama when they played like a straight SEC schedule? I mean, it was just like
that one we might just have to band together.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, it's just like, again, you know, it just depends on what it is. Like I said, man, I think it was just because it's the Lakers, and you know they're one of the most hated teams in the league. People are gonna say that. We gonna let this man go ahead and go on this Celtics rant, dog. So you go ahead and just get it done with, bro. Like,
it's not gonna be long. It's not. There's not much. There's not much to.
I already know this coming, man.
He said, "Don't mind if I do." Bro said, "Don't mind if I do. Don't mind if I do."
Like I said, I won't go super long into it. It is what it is. It happened. It's great. It's cool. The Pacers choked away most of that series.
Healthier team won.
Healthier team won, sure. That's fine. They can say that all they want, but also, Jason.
The Pacers Celtics. Oof. Ooh.
He wants to speak up now. He doesn't say anything. He wants to speak up now. All right, cool. That's fine. That's fine.
Oh, no.
Here's the thing.
Bro, don't even watch basketball. That's the funnier part.
What are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to not play basketball? Are they supposed to sit at home and go, they're hard. I gotta wait for them to be healthy.
I didn't say nothing.
No, they don't have to wait for shit.
I didn't say nothing.
That's the problem. Guess who got hurt last year? JT got hurt in the first 2 plays against the Heat when they came back and could have won in Game 7, and the Heat beat us because our best player went down. No one said anything about that.
What did I say?
You probably said something. But I'm just saying,
I think I said something rebuttal to what you said, but I meant
I can't understand that, because in 2021, when the Lakers played the Suns, the Lakers won the first game, and then AD got hurt, and then it was just like it was done. And it was just like, bro, like I think the Lakers could have like took that series, but it was like when he got hurt, and because so the season ended in like October, right? September, October, like when they won it. And then they gave them like essentially a month and a half, and then they were right back at it again. So it was just like, I mean, of course, like the team that wasn't in the bubble, or the team that, you know, essentially if it wasn't the Heat or the Lakers, like, yeah, they're not going to do good because, bro, like it essentially went to 6 games, and now they're back at it again a month and a half later. So yeah, these jokers are probably tired. Like they couldn't do it. So I mean, I get it. As much as I hate the Celtics, like, it's like, bro, you still got to play the game.
There's nothing you can do. Like, if we get flack for making the finals, that's fine. I'll listen. But I'm like, they can't just go home and say, "Oh, we're
Nah.
sorry," and have empathy. It's
Nah.
you play basketball.
No, I was joking. Like,
Yeah, I get it. Yeah.
I know. Like, I said something. I said something in the
It
chat,
is
but-
fun. Like it's funny because I want to hear it. Like it starts banter, but
Right.
like,
Literally, it was
Yeah.
just like there was no Donovan Mitchell, no Halliburton, and then who'd y'all play in the first round?
no Jimmy and no
Yeah,
Scary
no Jimmy.
Terry.
I mean,
And Scary Terry.
listen,
So it was like,
listen. At the end of the day, you played who was in front of you. You won the
yeah.
games. You got to the finals.
And-
I mean, people,
And in fairness, they were 2-0 against the Pacers when Halliburton went down.
Mhm.
They also beat Cleveland 2 games
right.
with Donovan Mitchell. I'm like, you did beat them when they had their best player.
Right.
They got hurt and they finished the series off. But
Because look, I'm sure we got slander in Philly when we played most of the people we did, and I'm pretty sure someone was like, "Oh, well, y'all only won in that game because yada yada yada."
yeah,
Listen, it ain't my fault. Y'all got fucking twigs and paper
I know.
mache leg. Listen, we came
Get the
in,
athletic trainers up. I don't know.
Hey,
Get Jared Allen back out there with the rib injury. He didn't want to play.
You better do what Miami did and fire your whole squad.
I get, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, listen, we play who we play.
like in 2010 when Kendrick Perkins went down. I think Celtics fans still say that 2010.
Yeah,
Celtics fans still say that they would have won that.
We lost
They
Perkins.
would have won that.
Now
But then
I'm-
in 2008,
Yeah.
we lost Andrew Bynum.
Yeah.
Where we could have said, "Yo, if we didn't lose Bynum,
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
we could have won that
Story, yeah.
series." You know,
But-
so
and that'll always be the fallback. But at the end of the day, like, you did what y'all had to do. Everyone had the same goal. The next man up, because everybody will always say next man up. Well,
The thing is, too, is from like the fans' perspective, from these teams that we played, don't come on Twitter now and say something because every single time they were about to win the series, I heard we won Boston.
yeah,
Every team.
every team,
Wanted Boston, so
Every
they got
team.
them and they lost.
every team. We want Boston, and
Yeah.
then who was it? I remember Knicks. No, it was some dude on the Sixers. I said it's like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
They were like, "Oh yeah, we did want we did want Boston, but we got the easier route in."
Oh yeah, I saw that.
Knicks, and then they lost.
And you know what's crazy is if the Knicks won, Brunson broke his hand, so they wouldn't have had Jalen Brunson. What are you going to do?
Listen, I'm gonna be honest with you. You better off just playing the Knicks because who trying to play Boston right now?
That's right. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean,
And I honestly swear I want every single player to be healthy from Dallas because I don't want to hear it if they win. I want Luka and Kyrie there for every single game.
they will.
I want Lively full strength. I want everyone on that team to be perfect because
Yeah.
if they win, I want to be like, hey, they played Dallas at full strength and still won.
I think that's just the new that's just the not new trend, but it's just a way of coping.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
It is. My fault. Devin, were you gonna say something?
So, well, that's the thing with any sport.
Right.
Yeah.
You gotta stay healthy.
Yeah.
But I will say this is totally off sport.
Mhm.
But there's a dude, Pat Cavanaugh,
Mhm.
played lacrosse for Notre Dame. They just won again. He played Final Four weekend with a torn hamstring. 2 games.
What?
It's crazy.
Anymore.
Lacrosse too. That's not.
hammy,
In a labor.
Ooh,
bro. Halliburton couldn't even play.
because of his hamstring that acted up 3 months ago. They came back.
But you know what though, that it goes back to I think what we talked about.
Off
Like I
the-
think when I
off the bone.
yeah, but again, I think that kind of goes back into what we talked about,
Yeah.
like what you guys talked about, and then
Yeah,
when I first came on the pod.
he ain't even stretched though.
Ow.
I mean, it's just like, are you injured or are you hurt?
That's
You know
the
what I'm
question.
saying? So it's just like, I mean, I get for trainers and especially like players, you want to extend out like that longevity,
Are you concussed?
but like,
I'm sorry.
you know, like I still remember
I'm
like with
sorry.
Kobe,
I'm sorry.
like bro, like my man, yeah,
So he played.
What?
Let me see.
To hold his leg up?
bro, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's just like at that point, like bro, like it's put up or shut. Like it's the national championship game,
Yeah.
dude. Like you have like no
FSU.
other.
Sorry.
Jordan Travis, I will give him his credit. That motherfucker's leg was crooked. There was nothing to
He could
stand
not
on.
play. Like I was just like
That's
he was
different.
not playing.
Yeah.
That was done.
That was like
that,
with Kevin Ware and
that was you were done.
Yeah.
But it's just like, bro, like you know, like I mean, like in situations like those, like are you really hurt or is it just like bro, like you wrap your hand up and it's just like, bro, you it's go time.
And you know,
It's like Kobe was.
I was just about
Yeah.
to say. I was just
Right.
about to say that too, and then they'd be like,
right now.
right.
Right.
It's my
Like
body.
my man
You don't know what I
dislocated
go
his
through and
pinky
it's all
or
right,
his
it's
index.
all right.
They literally popped it back in, and he went back in the game. And
Yeah.
Duncan was just like, "Bro, that just happened. Like,
Yeah.
you
Yeah.
good?
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
Duncan was like, yo, you
Yeah.
straight? Like,
Then we
You know
got
what
Paul
I'm saying?
Pierce shitting his pants.
I mean, he did come back though.
Don't like him. Don't like Paul Pierce.
I mean, he did hit that game winner though.
After poo
He
poo.
did.
Okay.
Man's had to go.
Bro, from that after that point, that crap made me so pissed. I'm like, from that point on, I was like, there's nobody's injured. It's all bull crap.
Oh, yeah.
That's all
Oh,
straight
yeah.
bull crap.
100%.
Like I was so done.
I remember my dad got at it because I remember sitting on the couch. He's like, "Oh, this baby, blah blah blah." Like because we saw the play, he didn't really get. It was like non-contact kind of
Right.
thing. And I'm like, "Does he need a wheelchair for it?" And then all these years later, he's like, "Yeah, I had to go to the bathroom." Like, yeah, of course. I've never liked Paul Pierce to that extent.
Like it was just like, oh, then he came out like running out.
Yeah.
And then he just like went in and just
Went
like,
stupid,
and then
he,
he
like,
dropped like,
threes and-
he like dropped like 20, and I was just like, are you serious? Like, is this for real? Like, oh bro, I was so pissed.
Mm-hmm.
But
It's a different breed, though.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
The tape on the back of your leg is a makeshift fan.
That's what
Yeah.
I'm saying.
yeah. Well, and you know, it also comes down to it too, to where it's just like I think a lot of these players are like babies, like right now.
Mhm.
Like they're just one like if Tom Brady were to like come in like right now and just like cuss a dude out, like he probably would just be like
I'll
some dude would
retire.
probably like start
I'll
he's gonna
quit.
start retiring or like quitting,
Devin,
and it's just like what?
Wasn't that one of the reasons why you said you don't enjoy basketball, or was it just the play calling?
No, it's all of it.
Oh, okay.
It's hard to watch.
It's just, well, the thing is, too, is I think there's a lot of vested interest within themselves. So there's a lot of selfishness. It's like they're worried about contracts. They're worried about themselves. There's no team. Like Kobe was worried about the team, and he wanted to get out there and win because he wanted to win. The rest of them are like, yeah, well, if I get hurt now, if I go back in, I might not get ready for training camp, and then I'll get a shorter contract. There's so many variables instead of living in the moment and going, I need to win this game for the team. There's
Right.
nothing
That's
there.
what it is to that kid from Notre Dame. He's in college. He's not
Yeah.
gonna pay for this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's just for the love of the game. Yeah.
Right.
They just went back to back.
So I do got to ask though, Ron. So with the did you have something else? I was going to ask something.
No, because I know you were on your Boston.
Well, no. So this
I'm good
actually
with it now, but
well, no. So this actually is it's going to be like part of it. Like if the Celtics don't win it, what happens?
oh, you got to keep the team because there's just too much money and time invested. There's I can put my head on my pillow tonight and they have JT and JB locked up.
Right.
They're gonna have to pay JT again
Stop
soon.
lying. You gonna cry in the car.
But I don't. I mean, this offseason, there's nothing they can do. They're locked up money wise.
Oh God! Please don't let a game be on be live while we're potting,
Oh.
and please let them win because
I mean, there's like I said, you keep the team. I think the only thing that would happen is Horford would retire because I think he's just
get
kind of on
some
his
depth.
own.
dude.
Get
Yeah.
some depth.
Yeah, there's some depth.
Please.
With Horford going out, you lose another big and you lose a 3-point shooter too because he's still knocking him down. So you maybe go through the draft for that, but I think you just keep the team, man, and just roll through it.
Get some depth.
I know that's.
Please.
I mean, Sam Hauser can't hit a three. I don't know if he wants
to
any of
save
that,
his life.
but I mean, and then JT tried to pick him up, and he was like, "You're good." Like, keep shooting. He kept shooting and kept missing.
Oh,
I was like,
my
"No,
God.
don't let him keep shooting." Like JT went over and like put his arm around him, like, "You got this," which was cool. But I'm like, "You're still feeding him the ball, and he's still missing, so he needs to sit."
It's like, bro, just go
Man,
somewhere.
you
Yeah.
better go down in the
sit
block,
down.
get some easy ones, bro. Get a couple twos just for your health.
I hate
just
to
see
say
the ball
it.
go through the net.
I'm thinking like Gordon Hayward on the vet minimum next year.
Yes.
'Cause OKC,
Yes.
you hear that?
Yes. The coach.
Yeah.
Shout out to him though, because he acknowledged the fact that he
Which we
let him
don't
down.
hear a lot. We don't hear
So, shout
someone
out
get
to
up
him.
there and say, "Yeah, we messed up. Shouldn't have got him."
Shout out to him.
And then Gordon Hayward's wife was like, "Oh, screw them."
Yeah, bring Gordon Hayward back on the vet minimum. Put him on the bench. That'll add some depth.
Yeah, I think that helps them a lot. Something like that. But I mean, yeah, I think you just got to roll with it. You made it this far.
Go get Chris Paul.
Honestly, if he wants to join, he could join. I mean, there's not much left.
I'm
But
surprised bro didn't drop kick you. because you know he gonna ask for like 4 years, 100-something mil at age 44. Like, come on, bro, like,
But they said that crap that
No.
Chris Paul might go to. I said, please don't.
no.
I saw that. Yeah.
No,
I'm like,
Ronnie too nice. I would have dropped it.
Please don't.
The thing, the only way I bring in Chris Paul is if we were up by 30 and like the closing minutes of a championship, like the NBA Finals. Because then I will, because he's cursed.
How much you
There's an itch.
How much you gonna pay him?
With a vet minimum, he's not going to take it, but
That
it'd be
man
nice.
don't take nothing under 100 mil. For what?
Like that's the part where I was just
Is it because he's on the NBA PA? NBA
Oh, it might be, yeah.
Oh no, that man is
My man's
finesse.
smart.
He's the finesse king.
My man's smart.
But there's no room for him anyway, because you got Drew Holiday runs the point, Derek White can sometimes run the point, and then Peyton Pritchard's on the bench. So I would rather have Peyton Pritchard over Chris Paul at this point. I don't want Chris Paul on the team.
Hell no.
Bro,
Shout out
he's
to Peyton Pritchard for taking that kick to the face.
Oh, did you see that? That wasn't dirty.
Oh yeah, that was dirty. That was
Yeah.
intentional.
Who jumps like that?
That was intentional. There's no way in hell that you jump and then your back leg
He
just so happens
jumps
to
up
line
straight, and then the leg just starts
Yeah,
coming on the
nah.
other side. Like,
No, yeah, that was intentional. Ain't no way.
God.
So we like Draymond. Why does his leg just happen so?
That would have been
you know,
And that's why I
go-
got pissed.
go-
Remember, I slandered Doris.
Yeah, Bert.
That's a clean basketball player. I said, in what world is that a clean basketball player? Kicked in the face.
Okay, so I'm sorry that Doris is down with the brothers, but that is a little outlandish. Not your take, what she said, because that was.
Yeah, they're both of them. I don't know who the other dude was. He's like, yeah, just an unfortunate accident. I'm like, that's not an accident.
Like, there's no way in hell that I played too much basketball to know.
You gotta do that. You can't just naturally.
I would have to slip on a Mario banana for my leg to shoot that far.
His legs
up
like
in
going
the air.
behind him, up
Someone would
to the
have had
side
to take my legs from underneath me
to get you that. Yeah, there's
You
no
know,
way.
There's no
yeah,
way.
it was
Like, come
yeah.
on, dog.
Yeah.
Oh God,
But
it sucks because I don't want to play Luka because I love Luka, and believe it or not, I still love Kyrie.
you want to play the Timberwolves with that depth? I asked you this.
I know, but to see Gobert cry, that'd be great.
I mean, but you want to.
On the flip side, if we play the Timberwolves, that would mean that they win 7 games, so they would have like no rest at all. Which can be a good and a bad thing, but I think that these teams need rest. Dude. They're going. This series is a physical series,
Oh yeah, 100%.
so I think these teams need rest. Now you got Dallas going to Minnesota. They're still in Minnesota. Minnesota wins again. They got to go back to Dallas. So I'm like,
I think they're gonna just finish it out in Minnesota because
You
if
would
they
think they'd
come
have
back
to.
Dallas, then it just gets too dangerous.
yeah,
It gets
you start
way
creeping
too
in there.
dangerous.
Yeah, someone
Yeah.
at some point that I don't know if it was on. I don't know what podcast it was. Someone's got to win coming back from 3-0. It's going to happen at some
100%.
point.
Oh,
So
yeah,
it's just a
gonna happen at
matter
some
of
point in
what
time, yeah.
team, and I don't know if Minnesota's going to be the team, but
Right.
it wouldn't surprise me. Someone's going to do it.
Right.
So
Dallas, final.
I know. Wouldn't that be crazy?
Oh, no,
Oh,
don't say
God.
that.
Don't say
Don't
that.
say
Don't
that.
say that.
Don't say that. Because then that's gonna spill into football.
Oh,
I don't think it
couldn't.
will. Didn't it? I saw a stat that said like how the
Cowboys went
the
29
Texas well no
seasons
yeah 29th season
without.
but yet
Yeah.
the what is it, the Dallas what are they
Oh, let me see.
the
The Stars. Yeah,
yeah
yeah.
the Stars the Mavs and who's the baseball team the
Rangers all won.
all have won something besides Dallas.
Yep.
And that's Dallas is like their team.
Yep.
Yeah.
If they could pick one team to keep, it would be the Cowboys,
Yeah,
and they
it'd be
still
the
don't win.
Cowboys.
Yeah.
They still
Play Dallas.
I know. Arlington.
Yep.
Which the Rangers do too, but they're the Texas
they're not-
Rangers.
yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Has anything good been going on? I haven't really been. I've been keeping up like with the Jags, like NFL wise, like because I know we're in OTAs.
Oh
right?
yeah. So if Darian says anything about Philly, I'm gonna tell him how your kicker got 2 SA charges. I don't know why.
yeah.
I don't know why you keep me writing Philly. Y'all write the material for me. Okay, I
No,
just sit
it's
here
just-
and mind my business, and Jaguars
Like,
give me content to point and laugh at, bro, like Nelson. Okay, when I get a soundboard, that's gonna be the first sound I put on that joint. Okay, Look, y'all make my job so much easier, okay? Because the whole Mac Jones thing, that set y'all so far back. All right. But to answer your question, what's been going on in football lately? Tyreek Cohen, he just got signed to the Jags.
Jets.
Jets.
Yeah.
I was about to say, like,
T. Higgins.
like,
Yeah, so T. Higgins and the Bengals, they're not. I just don't.
yeah, they're not showing up to the OTAs, right?
Neither he or Jamar did.
What?
Yeah, Jamar didn't either.
He wants a contract already. I'd be like, I gotta focus on one before I focus on the other.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. So Jamar and T, they're just like bump
Yeah.
Bengals. We want some cash. It's been a real slow day. Like I've seen like stuff for football, but it's just like
It's been like the rookie OTAs, and that's about it.
And Nico Collins, he just got a bag today. He got a 3-year, $72.5 million extension. That was really about it.
They're probably not going to start picking up again until probably like the middle of next month.
Yeah, mid-June. Yeah.
So Malik Cunningham,
yeah,
Barney, you remember him? Yeah. So he about to be a wide receiver.
Yeah.
What the hell?
Which is crazy because Patriots Twitter spent months. We want him at quarterback. We want him at quarterback, and Bill was like, "He's not a quarterback." I guess he's not because Baltimore didn't think he was either.
Wow, that is interesting.
He can't throw. The throwing's not really there for me.
He has the speed for it.
He's got the speed for it. Yeah,
agility.
You can run options with him and stuff, and he's fine. So I guess that's what they thought.
Well, last quarterback, running back, wide receiver I remember was
Terrell Pryor,
and I remember Denard Richardson from Michigan.
Oh yeah,
man, that man was on NCAA, and then I never heard from him again.
Yep. I used to get hyped for them as a kid, and then I'm like, damn, he got drafted in the 5th round. I'd be like, that's probably why. They were good college players, but the game's just so different.
Did you guys see that the whole ordeal with Caleb Williams? I guess like during like practice, they said the man went like 1 for 13 or 1 for 14, and he threw like 3 or 4 picks.
No, I didn't see that.
Yeah, bro. Like Caleb, like there was like a report saying that like he looked absolutely horrible.
Wow.
Ooh.
And like it was not good. It was really not good.
More news coming from Cincinnati. The Bengals offensive lineman Billy Price, their first round pick in 2018, retires due to a risk caused by blood clot.
Oh.
That sucks.
Hopefully, speedy recovery for him.
Jesus.
Let's see.
Oh, another goal.
Oh, dang, that is crazy. I totally forgot that D-Hop got Calvin Ridley and Tyler Boyd. So, yeah, that wide receiver core is looking quite nice.
Yeah.
Apparently, there's a QB competition between Bo Nix, Zach Wilson, and Jared
Stidham.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was about to say that, but
Bo Nix, Jared Stidham,
Stiddy,
Zach Wilson.
Yeah, apparently there's a QB comp there.
Bo Nix with Bo Nix. Interesting.
Apparently, Fred Warner is not over neither of Niners Super Bowl losses.
He's got to get over it quick.
I don't know what to tell you, big dog. I mean, we took an L, and you don't see us crying about it.
Oh,
bro, like I'm sorry, dude. Like, how? What's the name? Not Oh man,
Yeah,
what's the crap man? What's 49ers head coach name?
Shanahan, Kyle.
Kyle Shanahan. Yeah,
Kyle.
Shanahan.
Bro, like
Kyle.
how do you do that, bro? Like Kyle Shanahan literally has had the lead in 2 Super Bowls, and you blew both of them. It's just like what?
Yeah.
That shit stinks.
It's just like, bro. Like, how do you do that? Dude?
Stunk.
And it was like it was weird because it was like bro, it was like in an eerie, similar
They
way.
were similar,
like,
yeah.
They were very similar.
Almost similar. I mean, pretty close to the same offense, different quarterback in McCaffrey, but
right.
yeah, you just managed to do the same thing.
Yeah, like you literally managed to do because didn't that Patriots Falcons didn't that go into overtime?
Yes, yeah.
So it's 2 Super Bowls that went into overtime and you lost them both. Like how does that happen?
As soon as the Greenlaw
Greenlaw when
went out,
he popped his Achilles, yeah.
As soon as that stuff would pop, I was
because he started darting over the middle of the field. There
Yeah.
was no middle of the field coverage
Yeah.
because you took away your
Yeah.
middle linebacker.
I was like,
Yeah.
as soon as he went out, I was like, this game's cooked.
Yep.
Chat, are they cooked? Yes.
At chat, am I cooked?
Yeah. Brody was out of there. Yeah, it was GG's for them because I was like, yep, they can't run the ball. Passing game is slow. Then you lost your best defensive player. Chat, they're done.
Like you know what I'm saying? Like it's just like
Huh?
Yeah, it was bad, dog. Yeah.
We haven't had a Super Bowl like really the Patriots Eagles and then the Patriots Falcons were the last two like edge of your seat.
Chiefs Eagles
too that's true. I think because I mean the two I mentioned though were good memories for us, like for you guys and for me. But
no, I'll still bring it up. I mean, you saw how quiet it got after the game was over.
Yeah, I know.
Bro,
Yeah,
you could hear a pin drop.
Oh, we all knew to leave,
bro. I was.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, it was funny.
Yeah.
Like I remember Chelsea. She was like, "Yeah, we're just gonna leave now."
Yeah,
what was
gotta
this?
go.
2 years ago, Super Bowl here. We had a little,
Oh yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
just a little function here. That's why I remember somebody else was like, "Why didn't you invite us?" I was like, "Well, seeing how the game ended, I'm glad."
Probably better you didn't.
Yeah, because it was a very
Yeah, bro. I'm sorry, dog. That was just
my heart.
Oh, bro, trust me.
Someone that doesn't watch sports doesn't get how much it hurts.
No, they don't.
You
That's the
don't
thing. Like,
you can't describe it.
They really don't. Like, and it's like when you get those people who like troll just to like troll,
Yeah,
and they like don't understand it, and so then like somebody else has to be like, "Yo, bro, y'all need to eat, like, bro, chill."
yeah, it's not funny. No,
this really isn't funny.
I just spent from September to February invested every single Sunday in this team, and now here we are, and they were like this close from winning. Yeah, it hurts.
Yeah, bro. Like just drop it. Just leave it alone.
You want to save up to go to a game when they're in your city. The fact that you spend time learning about your favorite players, see all this type of stuff. Like you actually get emotionally invested into.
Bro, you get attached.
Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah,
healthily.
Yeah.
So for the fact that they just, oh man, it's just a game, bro.
Bro, that was like me when the Gators went to the Final Four in 2014. Because bro, I was there.
Yeah,
I was there.
Yeah.
Like I went to like all of the home games.
Yeah.
Like I was invested. I went to go see them play in the SEC tournament in Atlanta. Like bro, I was invested. So when they lost to UConn, like bro, like I dang near like I cried like a little bit, bro.
Yeah.
Because I was like I didn't even play, bro. But I'm just like, bro, I was invested. Like that was it. So like with the Super Bowl, bro, like when people are like, oh man, it's just bro, just get out.
Yeah,
just get out.
I
Like
probably would have cried low key.
Probably in jail.
If it was like if we didn't have a party, I probably low key would have.
Yeah.
Not teared up just a tad.
Yeah.
Bro, that's what I'm saying, bro. Like it's just
it's something.
I get so there's anger when we lose, but like I get a little emotional when we win because it's just like more satisfying.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't get like the like tears of like we just lost. I just get like the
Brody, I was drained.
well, it's either like you get like emotional to where it's just like bro, like it's just like deflating, or it's just like you get like okay, like like with the Patriots and Jags, like you're just like. I guess like with the Eagles too, you're just like, bro, I'm so done with this team.
Yeah.
Like
it started
don't
getting
care.
funny last year. Like we would watch it at the bar or something, and I would laugh. I'd be like, "Well, we're 3-12," and something would happen. Zappy would throw a pick. I'd be like, "Oh, that's funny." Yeah,
like it starts becoming comical.
Yeah, it's just I'm watching this right now. This is crazy.
I wish it was comical for us last year.
Yeah.
There were so many times where
listen.
Dog, there were so many times where I almost like turned my laptop into a tablet, bro. Because Jalen just stunk. How could you go up? Devin, do you remember? Was it 24 something on Arizona, and then we let them come back?
Oh, something like that.
or let's talk about
Seattle.
Oh,
that's the game where I honestly wanted to just give up on that team. Let's throw it into double coverage, and then we underthrow them by 10 yards.
I thought it was going to be the one against the Jets. To be honest with you, you didn't even care about that one. That one was just like
I was just glad that we lost because I got tired of
you were the whole
got it out of the way.
I get tired of it, so it's just like, all right, cool. We got one loss out the way. I'm just glad it was to the Jets. And
right.
So I was just done with the Seattle game. That was when I was just like, okay, I hate this team.
Yeah,
the winning drive when their quarterback throws to your cornerback 3 times in a row.
Yes.
Yeah.
You don't put a safety over top.
Come on.
Adjust.
Yes.
there was no adjustment.
Even if the because we had trash OCs as a quarterback, at what point do you be like, nah, bump that? I'm making my own call.
Yeah,
because I know what type of caliber players I am throwing to.
That's what that.
But you know, it's no.
That's what that double coverage throw was. Right?
Yeah.
But you know, dude, it's wild because like Gator fans love Brian Johnson.
Mm-hmm.
So it was just like when he got like to fill when he was y'all quarterbacks coach, right? And I think he made and like Jalen looked good, and then it was like with the offensive coordinator, it was just like, bro, like, what are you doing? But it was just like with the gate, like, bro, like he made Kyle Trask look like
a second round pick.
Yeah, like he made him look like a second round pick, like right there. So it was just like, what in the world? Then it got to like Philly. So then, like, because I told you, my cousin, he's a big Eagles fan. So when he was like, bro, like Brian Johnson needs to get fired. I'm like, we will gladly take him back in Gainesville.
Yeah, he
like,
can do something there.
He can do something there. Like, I will gladly take him back.
Yeah,
like,
Brody stunk worse. He stunk so bad.
But it's funny.
That man was
again. It goes back to with certain things like not good as an offensive coordinator in the NFL. But
yeah,
great. It's a quarterback coach.
Yeah, doesn't make sense.
Yeah. Like, it just doesn't make sense.
Terrible, Brody.
Yeah. But just like how you said, like it's just like that thing to where it's just like, bro, like you're just done. Like when Mr. Philosopher over there, especially in the last game, like you're just like
I called him Jalen X. Jalen X.
Like Mr. Encyclopedia over here, just like you know what I'm saying.
It's funny because I just told Ronnie, I was like, because I'm making a joke about and I was like, it's okay because I was joking for 18 weeks that Jalen wasn't stinking up the post game speech. Yeah, I was because he kept asking me. I was like, nah, you just got to be PC. How they do black quarterbacks until it got to like week 13. I was like, all right, this man sucks.
Yeah.
I couldn't defend it.
No, because it never stopped. And it probably got worse because you guys were losing.
Yeah.
And he was still saying it.
Oh, yeah. We went on that 5-game. Was it a 5-6 game losing? No, we got the 10 wins.
Mm-hmm.
We got the 10. It was 10-0. And then we dropped off 6 games. It got to 10-6.
11-6.
11, and then we finally won 1. I was like, oh, thank God. Lost the next game.
Yeah, because you guys beat the Giants on Christmas, and it was close.
And then we got clapped.
Yeah. Then you guys lost. Yeah, it was the Jets, Giants, Cardinals, Seahawks.
We were losing the teams that we should have been beating. Yeah.
It was the bad teams.
And then Cowboys were winning. That's why I wanted to off myself. I'm like,
you guys lost 1 to the Cowboys, I think, right?
Yeah, we did.
Yeah, so
but we always
that happens. Yeah,
we always split.
That's when you just kind of shrug your shoulders.
Yeah. I mean, realistically, I would like to go 2 games against them, but we're always going to split the season series as long as we beat. Honestly, as long as we beat Washington, I don't really care for them.
Yeah.
But
so for Eagles fans, like what do y'all want to see like going forward? Essentially, like this, like is this season like a go or bust for
Jalen?
Not Jalen.
Eagles.
Sirianni?
Yeah, Sirianni. Like if he don't do nothing, is he gone?
From an outsider's, to me, it is.
No, because last season was just coordinators, and we had some. Well, we are a lot of years better than we were last season, so I'm not even tripping. To answer your question, no, because last season, So when he was here, I mean, obviously, so first year, to my knowledge, we got to the playoffs. We just played Tom Brady.
Mm-hmm.
No biggie. Second year, almost said finals, Super Bowl. Last year, still playoffs. Bad offensive. Bad coordinators all around.
Yeah.
This year, I don't think
it's a no excuse year though, for sure. I don't think there's really any flaws on this team.
No, but I think we're built to last versus other teams.
Yeah,
so
true.
It's like even if we come up short, I do believe we've locked in enough people and we've made enough smart moves to know like whatever happens, we will be good.
Yeah.
So I entrust Howie and young Hefe that we got the team rolling. So to answer, young Hefe. So shout out to Shy Glizzy. But I think that we're good. Is it a boom or bust? We'd like to realistically get back to the championship. Correct, but things happen. So I think we have a team to make a playoff run. So yeah,
I can see that. I for sure can see that.
Yeah,
I'm thinking that it's what's that?
Everybody stays healthy.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's almost like well, it's like 'cause you can't really like see like how your team is until really after like the bye week, because I mean you could be in that position to where you're like what, say like 4-4 or like 4-5.
well,
then you can completely turn the season around like right after the bye week.
I think our thing is just like we just have to really just be cautious and be healthy about how we're going about things, because we have a week 5 bye. So like I would have preferred like a later in the season bye.
Yeah, that's
so
super
we could
early.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So it's like, say if we go 4-0 and then we got a week 5 bye, and because our first 4 opponents aren't really crazy. I mean, but our schedule isn't really that bad. We just got the AFC North, our division, and what was it? There was another. Oh, the Rams that I thought of. So we don't really have like crazy teams.
Right.
So, but I would have preferred having like a week 8, week 9.
Yeah.
Bye.
I think the Jags are like 7 or 8 or something like that.
Yeah. So I mean. I just think for Philly, just for me personally, I think we're good. Longevity, I think we'll be good this season in playoffs.
What about you guys, Ronnie? Are you guys looking at least like better than what you guys did last year?
Yeah, I feel like you have to be.
Yeah.
There's just no way.
Drake May.
It's footwork. Yeah, we need footwork. No, I mean, like, if Brissett starts at least half the year, I mean, he's a serviceable quarterback. Right, I like Brissett, sure. So yeah. I would assume, like, 6 wins.
Dog, I'm not laughing at you. I'm just laughing at the conversation. I still can't believe Juju's knee was about to explode. I know I talked about last
That's a funny... It is true, bro. His knee was about to explode. And he's got his meat out on Snapchat. I mean, he's just going through...
I saw the report, and I messaged Ronnie, or I messaged the chat, and I talked about it. It literally said... this man's knee was about to explode.
Yeah. Ooh.
And in my head, I'm like, what does that even mean?
Yeah.
Does it like ACL?
Right. Like
career end?
Yeah.
Right.
The way it's been talked about is like he's going to end his career early because it's that bad.
Right.
But all you can do is limit him in his play time. They have enough rookie receivers now where he doesn't have to start, but like...
Juju?
Yeah.
But what got me was like no one talked about it. I did not see this on ESPN.
Like an official report though, like explode was the word used. Yeah.
And that's why I was like, why didn't y'all report this?
And who was the physical team that failed to find that?
So all the AFC East physical teams suck.
I guess so. Yeah.
Dolphins got let go.
Yeah.
Y'all was with y'all weren't withholding. I'm just joking.
No, but they can't catch that. I mean.
Like, well, that explains why the Bills are injured every season.
The Jets, I mean, it's a whole AFC East. It's supposed to be the power division, but it's like, I don't know.
God, they got dudes with 2 left hands working up there, man. Jeez, right? Oh man, that's funny. That's funny as hell. Oh, past the 2 hour mark. I'm pretty sure y'all want to get at some pizza because I do. So I think this is a good stopping point.
We got Angel Hernandez retired.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Bro sucks.
Oh no. Oh, that wasn't the same dude who tore his Achilles, right?
Worst umpire the MLB has ever seen.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
That's what I heard. Yeah.
Oh, my fault. Did you want to cover it? Because all right, just making
There's
sure.
something, yeah.
My fault because I know we were
It's Ronald. It's Ronald, dude.
okay, but no.
Oh,
for,
yeah.
And R.I.P. to Bill Walton. And the
Oh,
Walton family.
man.
Yeah, R.I.P. Yeah, R.I.P.
Hey, Luke, man, if you ever end up listening to this, man, your dad was a good guy, man. I think you were a good guy. Man.
Love Luke. Yeah.
For real,
Yeah.
man. Luke's a good guy.
100%. I agree. What was I gonna say? To end the poll, it looks like Josh McDaniels is the worst head coach on this list.
You know, I had selected him driving,
But talking about it,
but then talking about it, like when
Yeah.
you, like, yeah, bro, Hugh, that's
Hugh,
bad, dude.
yeah.
Like, that's just like,
yeah, that's horrible. Yeah, that man, bro came back 3 seasons, and then bro went 0-16, and then they was like,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's a Grambling State.
facts.
Guess what their logo is? It's a variation of the Packers and
Oh,
Bulldogs
backwards.
logo. It's different color.
White, it's yellow and black.
It's yellow and black. It's the Georgia Tech colors and
Backwards.
the UGA logo.
Jeez.
And he's still man.
Sucks.
Well, bro, it was just the fact that my man doubled the wins and
Yeah.
get fired.
Bro went 1-15, then went
Oh, and 16.
put up a doggone donut the next season, and then they said, you know what? Yeah, come back next season,
whole offseason to prepare.
right? And then they let bro go 2-5 and said we're done.
I can't take this
Yeah,
anymore.
but let bro stink up the whole previous season to where people were wearing paper bags to the game. I feel so bad for those people. And then y'all and said no 2-5. Yeah, we can't deal no more. Jeez, man. But yeah, we definitely appreciate y'all stopping by for the chat, man. Appreciate you, Miles, for coming through. You are always welcome. Anytime, Brody. Appreciate you. Much love to those who stopped by. Yo, appreciate you, DE, for stopping by the chat, man. As always, we appreciate y'all for coming out, and for those who are on the playback, we appreciate y'all watching. And we will be back next week. Hopefully, we get some finals action, so Ronnie can yell at the TV like we always do.
Yeah.
We will probably see Stanley Cup finals between these two teams.
Yeah.
Okay. And we are winding down, and then we are hopefully we'll have some baseball coverage next week. At least something to talk about, other than people retiring and getting hurt.
Yeah. Something positive.
something something.
We're getting like deep into the summer, man.
You
Yeah.
know,
Like,
right,
it's that downtime.
right,
Yeah.
yeah. Starting to start itching a little bit, but we are getting closer to football, so we're almost there.
Yeah.
Technically,
100 days.
100 days.
Ooh.
Yeah, 100 days till I get to
Fly
see
by ya.
some.
4-ish for college.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
So
So
we're under 100 for college now.
Yeah.
Oh, so it's like a week before.
It's usually
Right,
like a week
right.
Yeah.
before the
Okay.
start.
so we're getting there. We just gotta hold on and hopefully I think what we'll start doing, we'll start having more like topics like what we did today.
we can,
So
we'll
so
filter.
bump all the updates. We'll just have like so I'll probably just start looking up some stuff and like some what ifs and
A little bit.
yeah. So because that actually makes for a good combo. So we definitely appreciate y'all tuning in, and the boys are out of here. Peace.